is looking to build momentum in Russia. CBS's Holly Williams.
President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, is headed to Russia today and will meet with Vladimir Putin tomorrow, according to the Kremlin. There are peace negotiations, but here in Ukraine, there is no peace because nowhere is safe from Russia's relentless bombing.
Ukraine's President Zelensky met in Paris today with French President Macron. CBS's Stacey Lynn tells us Venezuela is on President Trump's agenda, with lawmakers demanding more information about American military strikes on suspected drug boats.
President Trump is expected to convene with key members of his cabinet and national security team in the Oval Office around 5, presumably to discuss the increased pressure campaign on Venezuela. The meeting comes after the president issued a warning on social media this weekend, essentially telling airlines to avoid Venezuelan airspace. Trump also confirmed he had spoken with President Maduro over the phone, but didn't elaborate on what they discussed.
Luigi Mangione has appeared in a New York court looking to bar evidence from his state trial over the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Investigators say the suspect in last week's shooting of 2 National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. may have been radicalized after moving from Afghanistan to the U.S. CBS's Nicole Skanga.
As a bi-coastal investigation intensifies, intelligence analysts are scrubbing through the devices seized from accused gunman Rahmanullah Lochinwell's home in Washington state. Sources tell CBS News investigators sat down with his brother in San Diego, who appeared stunned.
The TSA says it will roll out a $45 fee for travelers who don't use Real ID at airports come the 1st of February. Officials say they are seeing 94% Real ID compliance. Meteorologist Craig Allen tracking bad weather that's contributed to hundreds of flight cancellations and delays today.
The biggest mess for today is coming out of the Rockies and moving into the Central Plains, the Mississippi Valley, and will affect the upper Midwest all the way into the Tennessee Valley.
On this World AIDS Day, word of a new treatment designed to prevent HIV infection, reported by the BBC's John Shea.
A new HIV prevention injection is being rolled out in southern Africa, the region with the world's highest HIV burden. Researchers say the injection is groundbreaking. Clinical trials show that lenacapavir is almost 100% effective at preventing HIV infection.
Wall Street, the Dow is down 200 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A manhunt is underway after a shooting in South Seattle, but first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. I'm not seeing any major blocking issues right now. Remember, there are lane restrictions on State Route 167 near Pacific for bridge repair. Travel times looking pretty good. Everett to Seattle, 27 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle, 48. Renton to Bellevue, 29. After an earlier water rescue, the I-90 bridge is wide open right now, as is the 520 bridge. Traffic brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Right now, buy one, get one 50% off. LakeWashingtonWindowsandDoors.com.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and MyNorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. A manhunt is underway for a gunman in South Seattle. Police say one person has been injured in a shooting. Cops are searching right now in the 400 block of Rainer Avenue South. They're asking you to steer clear of that area during their search. Seattle police have 4 teens in custody and are searching for 2 more after they say the group opened fire on officers from a stolen car during a chase. More from KIRO 7 TV's Jack Bilyeu.
The normally quiet neighborhoods surrounding SeaTac City Hall and Valley Ridge Park were lit red and blue for hours Saturday night.
We got shots fired. Security officers south 5, just south of Corson.
SPD says officers pit maneuvered the car and 6 people got out and ran. 4 of them were captured. 3 teenage girls and a teenage boy. Investigators reportedly found a gun on the boy and another in the car.
State troopers say a drunk driver is now facing a vehicular homicide charge. They say a woman injured in a crash Thanksgiving afternoon near Centralia has now died. The 95-year-old was a passenger in a minivan that was struck head-on by an impaired driver in a pickup truck on Highway 12. And KIRO 7 TV's Eric Thomas has this warning.
Right now, the King County Sheriff's Office doing an emphasis patrol reminding you to stay sober out on the road.
The DUI is going to, cost you thousands, and that Uber is going to cost you maybe like $40.
Extra patrols will be out over the next few weeks looking for anyone getting behind the wheel under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or marijuana.
A family in the Whatcom County town of Deming fears they'll soon lose their home of more than 40 years. Barry and Ruth Hutchinson tell KIRO 7 TV the direction of the Nooksack River has changed and is now wiping out the banks in front of their home.
It's so close to my shop now that I'm moving tools because I think that it's only inevitable that it's going to take it.
They're meeting with the county next week to see if there's a way to save that house. You could not ask for much more from the Seahawks defense against the Minnesota Vikings, which featured a beautiful interception by linebacker Ernest Jones.
It's intercepted, coming back to the near side, far side 50, down to the 40, being chased, 20, 10, it's Jones who is intercepted.
85 yards for a touchdown. The Seahawks trouncing the Vikings 26-0. The Hawks take on the Falcons in Atlanta Sunday. This weather update brought to you by Stade Roofing and Exteriors. Increasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 38 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Yeah, I don't trust anybody that is having Thanksgiving leftovers today for lunch. That's it. That's it. If you're having Thanksgiving leftovers for lunch, Ursula, I don't trust you. There's no way in the world those yams and stuffing and dressing, whatever you want to call it, macaroni and cheese, is holding up since Thursday. I'm the health department. I'm coming through and I'm inspecting you.
You said you don't trust him because you're thinking you are a risk taker.
Yeah. What you talking about?
Okay, I brought rolls. The rolls are okay. From Thursday. Yes.
Saturday.
I had leftovers for breakfast.
Saturday is the last day. Saturday is the last day. Ian wants to eat things. That's just nasty. Good morning, Ursula.
Good morning. Hey, Seattle is in a bracket of its own now when it comes to college graduates. And at the same time, G, there's a new poll out this morning that says more Americans no longer think four-year college degrees are worth the cost. So we're going to get into that coming up at 9:30. You and I always have some good debates on this very topic.
Yeah, you're losing that debate right now. Yeah. I'm just gonna tell you right now, and I'm gonna give you guys 3 reasons as to why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can weigh in too. Our text line is 888-973-5476, 888-973-KIRO.
All right, let's get to it. Ursula's top stories of the day, brought to you by Bathfitter Northwest. Ian went early.
My bad.
And we are now learning that the Afghan man from Bellingham accused of shooting 2 National Guard members had been in deep distress long before that attack. Neighbors of Rahmanullah Lakanwal tell KIRO 7 TV they woke up to an FBI raid at his Bellingham home on Thanksgiving morning.
My son goes to school with them. They're nice kids.
There was constant people in and out all the time.
They just come and go, kept it quiet to themselves.
Now we're seeing emails obtained by the Associated Press that show community advocates in Bellingham had been raising red flags for more than a year, warning that the 29-year-old was withdrawing from his own family. He was struggling to keep a job. He was also bouncing between long periods of isolation and then sudden cross-country drives. Now, he came to the U.S. in 2021 through Operation Allies Welcome. That's the resettlement program for Afghans who worked alongside U.S. troops. And CBS contributor Samantha Vinograd helped with that program, and she describes how it worked.
Every Afghan evacuee underwent vetting overseas before they were cleared to be manifested for a flight to the United States. They underwent vetting once they were manifested for a flight at a port of entry before entering the United States. And then Afghan evacuees, including the suspect, were vetted again once in the U.S. by the Biden administration.
But she says any vetting program has limitations.
The vetting system is not predictive of whether an individual with no derogatory information is or is not at some point going to become violent.
So again, G, we are now, though, learning that The people who knew him say he never found his footing here. There were times he wouldn't speak to anyone for days, not even his family. His children would show up to school unbathed. The family fell behind on rent. A community advocate feared that he was suicidal, but said he had never threatened violence against others. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says investigators believe he was radicalized after arriving in the U.S., but the FBI is still trying to determine a motive. And as of this morning, we're learning that the Trump administration is ending temporary deportation protections for more than 22,000 Afghans and Cameroonians who are living legally in the U.S. under temporary protected status. Those protections will now start expiring in May and June.
Well, first, I want to, my prayers go out to the families who lost loved ones. That was awful. But, I decided I wanted to ask you and everyone that's listening right now, have you ever been out and about and you've seen maybe someone, maybe they were loud talking, right? And maybe it was a black person that was loud, right? And do you ever say to yourself, oh, my goodness, why are they always so loud? Or if you see a certain ethnicity commit a crime and you say things like, oh, my goodness, why do they all do that? My question, and I'm not even asking really, my question really is about when one person screws up, yes, it's awful what that person did, but it is not the story of an entire group. Mm-hmm. We in this country, we have a history of demonizing people based on the actions of one person, right? I know for me, I have found myself in my lifetime, and by the way, I am guilty of what I just asked you all. Mm-hmm. I am guilty of going somewhere and maybe there are two other black people that's in the area. And I say, and I used to think like, okay, you guys, you got to make sure you act right because we're out here and we don't want them to think of us in this way, right? But unfortunately, it's an unconscious bias that we have in this world where we see one person and we just demonize an entire group. And I'm bringing this up because of the demonization that is happening for Afghans now. And depending on which week it is, there's always going to be a group that is being demonized all the time. So I just wanted to just bring that forward.
Well, and the question would be, is this decision now to end all temporary deportation protections for 22,000 Afghans and Cameroonians, again, living legally in the United States, is that an overreaction or does that make sense? And the arguments in favor of it, just so people understand, is that Kristi Noem and others are saying, well, this program was never meant to be permanent. By law, it's supposed to end once conditions technically improve in those countries. Wait, why are you laughing?
Just once they improve,
right.
Like the condition of the Taliban-led Afghanistan is going to be a good one for people who worked with U.S. forces.
Well, exactly. So this is what I'm trying to convey. But I don't think a lot of people know. I mean, do you know what the temporary protection status is or what
I do
it means?
now.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, so the point would be their other arguments include the country's security reviews need to be updated, et cetera, et cetera. But again, I agree with you. I think it is an overreaction to one horrific incident where 20-year-old Specialist Sarah Beckstrom was killed and Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf was critically injured. And there were signs. And the question is, why weren't those signs acted upon? For over a year, people were saying this person is in deep trouble. That's my bigger question this morning.
I think I can answer that. I think that even in our own community, whether it's community, school, work, church, family, we have all had times when we thought that someone amongst us, like, hey, I don't know about Buddy. Oh, hey, I don't know about that. But most of us don't think all the way extreme because most people don't commit these heinous acts. They don't go and do those things. Look, I've had family in my lifetime that I'd say, hey, I'm just going to make up a name here. But Peter sometimes, I don't know about Peter.
Right.
But
you always know that one colleague were like, okay, if something were to happen, I would say that there were signs.
Right.
But what do you do? But in this case, they went so far as to say this person is in deep trouble. This person is part of this program. So it's the question today, which is, what can be done or what should have been done?
Well, I tell you what we are really guilty of is that we have voices like the Christy Gnomes, for an example. You see, Christy and others will only demonize certain groups. Christy will never say that one particular group is ever a threat. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's happening in this country.
Yeah.
Christy Gnomes of the world are telling you every single day that the people that look like this are the threats to our nation.
And we need to point out that many of these families have been here for years now. They've been working, they've been paying taxes, they've been raising children. And now, in some cases, some of these migrants are reporting that they're being told that their temporary protection status is done, and they might have only 7 days to leave.
I have a question. Just how well do you think it would play in today's society if we had, say, a mental health program for Afghani refugees, and it came out that Afghan refugees are getting mental health care while our veterans struggle to get it at the VA? What kind of support would that program have?
Yep. Okay, so King County's massive contractor fraud investigation has officially outgrown the very department that was supposed to police it. After months of missed deadlines and growing frustration, an independent watchdog, Gee, has now taken over control of this investigation, which is essentially a vote of no confidence in the county's own oversight system. This is a story out of the Seattle Times. The Ombuds office is now taking the lead on a review of 19 contractors who were flagged for questionable costs and potential fraud after auditors warned that millions in public dollars were not being properly monitored. The Department of Community and Human Services was expected to finish its internal review weeks ago, but only completed 11 of the 19 cases before handing everything off. The new county executive, Gurmai Zahalai, calls the delays unacceptable, says taxpayers deserve answers and accountability. The Seattle Times, through public records, found concerns ranging everywhere from sloppy bookkeeping to much more serious allegations, including a director of one of these groups loaning herself $14,000 with no board approval, hugely inflated executive pay, conflicts of interest involving six-figure payouts, and even what appeared to be forged invoices. Some of the organizations are saying these issues were resolved or they're minor, you're making too big of a deal over this, but auditors found deeper problems inside CCHS itself, and the staff warned early problems were being allowed to snowball.
Yeah. Hey, Ursula, my grandmama once said, baby, ain't nothing new happening up under the sun. The last executive of King County was Dow Constantine.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Dow Constantine today? What's his job today?
Yep, he's the head of Sound Transit.
The CEO of Sound Transit. Did they do a nationwide search? Did they go around and or do you feel a certain type of way, almost like he got shooed into that spot? So if you take that, by the way, this is not a shot at Dow Constantine. This is to tell you that nothing new happens under the sun. The fact that right now we are talking about oversight being moved outside of DSHS.
No, DCHS. Very different.
DCSHS, sorry. But the fact that oversight is paid by taxpayers to make sure everything is cool, but the taxpayers need to know that, hey, even though you're paying taxes for this, it's not working. We have to go outside of this independent. So the taxpayer money happened here. We're going to need more taxpayer money for there. And then people are going to tell you the people of King County deserve better. Ain't nothing going to change. They just going to figure out how to move the goalposts. That's it.
And that cannot be the standard. And Gurmai Zahalai needs to prove to all of us who pay taxes in King County that this is not going to be the way it is. You said it's not a shot at Dow Constantine. I'll take a shot at Dow Constantine. This is failed leadership. This is also failed leadership by the former DCHS director, Leo Flor, who stepped down, and then they got a new acting director. Did they know? Me, as a taxpayer, I want to know, did they know this was coming down the pike? When we're talking about millions of dollars that were not properly managed, or there was no oversight on that. And I want to see heads roll when they find out who is responsible for this. And I also want to see if they can prove that fraud was committed. At the very least, we're talking about restitution, possibly criminal charges.
Okay. I just, before you move on, I just want to say this really isn't that hard. I mean, they are saying that DCHS dramatically ramped up grant value. It went from just under $1 billion to nearly double that in a short span. They're saying there was a 95% increase.
Yeah.
So real quick, if there is a 95% increase, it ain't hard to go electronically and figure out who is getting the money.
And that's what they're doing right now, and that's where they need to hold people accountable. It's not business as usual.
Yes, it is.
Well, then it can't be.
It's not going to happen. We're never going to find out where this happens.
Well, guess what?
It's going to stop right here. We're going to be talking about it on the news. It is.
And I'll tell you what.
Okay, what's that?
Again, don't ask for more money from taxpayers until you can prove that you can handle it.
They will.
Well,
and they going to get it.
Not for me, they won't.
Oh, yes, they will.
No, they won't.
Ursula, yes, they will. You live here.
Yes.
You're not going anywhere.
If they're asking, though, for additional tax increases or to vote on something, I'm going to say, no, I'm going to vote no.
And what King County going to vote?
Well, we'll see. But I'm only in control of myself, right?
Yep, very true.
Okay, I made the mistake of swinging by Alderwood Mall on Black Friday, and I got to tell you, it was no swinging by. It was a madhouse. It was nuts.
What were you
Parking
going
lot chaos. Okay, just understand Mark's birthday was the day after Thanksgiving, and I needed to pick up one more thing because I realized I wanted to just do a little extra. Okay. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go. Might be able to get a good deal.
On Black Friday.
Oh, my word.
On Black
yes.
Friday.
I have shopped on Black Friday before. But I was like, don't tell me that the economy is horrible because if I'm looking at what happened on Black Friday, I mean, people were shopping. And it wasn't just my experience. Nationwide, Black Friday sales were actually up, both in the stores and online. And so here is an analyst, Vivek Pandya, who says foot traffic jumped because shoppers were looking for deals that they felt were actually worth it.
Even though they recognize there are deals and discounts happening as early as late September, all the way through the rest of the holiday season, they believe the best absolute pricing will hit on Black Friday and into Thanksgiving week.
Okay, so now here we are. It is Cyber Monday, and this has become the biggest online shopping day of the year. Analysts are expecting record online spending, possibly topping last year's $12 billion.
Yeah, right now, online spending is outpacing brick and mortar spending. It's happening right now. At the same time, I even asked, who is still going to the store?
A lot of people. I couldn't even get out of the parking lot.
But, let's go through this. You had to get Long Live Mark something.
Yes.
And then
I got great deals.
You had to get up, you had to shower, you had to put some clothes on.
Yes, I did.
And then when you were thinking like, oh, you know what? It's Black Friday.
Yes.
I'm going to go there.
I can't help when his birthday is.
Right. And then you were thinking it's Black Friday. I mean, you've known his birthday was here all year long. But anyway, so you know it's Black Friday, Ursula. You put some clothes on, you got in your car.
Yes.
And when you just thinking to yourself, it's going to be empty in there.
No.
Nobody's going to be in there.
I didn't think it was going to be empty.
What'd you think?
I didn't think that I was not going to be able to get out of the parking lot.
Okay.
When I tell you that they had certain lanes blocked, there was no one managing traffic that I could see, I was like, okay, why did I do this? Because I needed to only go to one store and crumble cookies because he didn't want a cake, he just wanted crumble cookies.
I told you last year, you guys remember on Thanksgiving, I wanted to make the prime rib and I went around searching for that rack. Yeah, and I told you that brick and mortar stores are coming to an end. And you guys was like, oh no, G, you can't say that.
They're not.
Yeah, they are.
Well, what did I just tell you? Shopping was up, and the stores were full. So it's done for you, but there are still people shopping.
Online sales,
yes, I know that.
for the first time ever, have outpaced brick and mortar.
Yes. But brick and mortar is not dead just yet.
Okay. It's like that relationship they don't never date no more. It ain't dead yet, but it's on its way. Hey, coming up at 9:47, most Americans are done with something. That'll happen at 9:47. But up next, oh boy, Ursula and I, we love this topic. Right now, Seattle passes 70% college grads for the first time. Next, Gee Ursula.
At Les Schwab Tires, our hearts shine bright. There's a toy drive-in store local children delight. For those who don't get many presents, you see, we aim for the season to sparkle with glee. In past toy drives, you've helped us inspire bright holidays for all, and our hearts never tire. So bring in a toy, we kindly implore, to fill a little neighbor's heart with joy to the core. This holiday season, give the gift of joy. Go to Les Schwab Tires to donate new unwrapped toys.
Olympic Hot Tub has more ways than ever to achieve total wellness at home. Immerse yourself in a saltwater hot spring spa and let jets melt stress away. Enjoy a refreshing swim in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to healing warmth and detox in a Tilo sauna. Then awaken mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, ah, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Current specials with exciting savings at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
One day, the words on the page blur. You hold the menu a little farther away. It's subtle until it's not. At Near and Far Vision Partners, we help you see clearly, near, far, and in between. Expert surgeons, advanced technology, sharper focus for every moment. Schedule your complimentary consultation at nearandfarvision.com or call 425-900-2414. Near and Far Vision Partners in Bothell.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts. An MS-13 gang member from El Salvador accused of murdering a Texas man. A Venezuelan charged with filming and selling child pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous migrant criminals caught because of President Donald J. Trump's leadership. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you are here illegally, you're next. You will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. You will never return. But if you register using our CBP Home app and leave now, you could be allowed to return legally. Do what's right. Leave now. Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security.
The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center are excited to announce the 3rd annual Giving Hope Gala. You can help support the Giving Hope Gala December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center and raise money for the Patient Financial Assistance Fund. The Salish Cancer Center helps anyone battling cancer, and attending this incredible event supports that cause. For tickets, sponsorship, and additional information on the Giving Hope Gala, visit PuyallupTribe-NSN.gov. That's PuyallupTribe-NSN.gov. Cars for Kids reminds you time is running out to donate your car for 2025. Call 877-CARS4KIDS now to secure your 2025 tax deduction and vacation voucher. That's Cars with a K.
Make this the last holiday season in that old kitchen. Hi, this is Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Our solid wood refacing system delivers a luxurious new kitchen way easier and less expensive than a tear out. You won't believe the difference. Heritage Homecraft's specialty is custom cabinet refacing and quartz countertops. With Heritage Homecraft, custom means built from scratch just for you. Our own craftsmen, not subcontractors, will reface your existing cabinet boxes with 1/4-inch thick solid hardwood and add new custom-built solid hardwood doors. We can make design changes, add cabinets, install custom features, and top it all off with a brand new quartz countertop. With the holidays here, I know everyone's busy, but if you order your new Heritage Homecraft kitchen now for select install dates after the new year, I'll give you 12% off the entire project. Hey, all year long and especially next holiday season, you'll be delighted that you did. Call today, Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
KIRO News Radio, continuing coverage.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. We have new information on a shooting in South Seattle. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch joins us live. James, this was a fatal attack?
That's right, Heather. We now know that the victim in the shooting died during surgery at Harborview Medical Center. The shooting happened just before 8 this morning at a hookah lounge near the corner of Rainier Avenue South and South King Street. We are told there was an altercation inside the lounge, followed by multiple shots fired. The victim struck in the back at least once. Seattle police and King County deputies are on scene, and homicide investigators are searching for the suspect, still on the loose this morning. Live in South Seattle, James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Thank you, James. President Trump is talking next steps in Venezuela. He's expected to meet with key members of his cabinet and national security team in the Oval Office this afternoon. This follows U.S. military strikes on more than 20 vessels that the Trump administration claims were carrying illegal drugs. There were red flags about the mental health of the Bellingham man and Afghan immigrant who's accused of shooting 2 National Guards members, killing one outside the White House last week. The FBI raided the home where the suspect lives with his wife and 5 children. Neighbors tell KIRO 7 TV.
My son goes to school with them. They're nice kids.
There was constant people in and out all the time.
They just come and go, kept it quiet to themselves.
Another neighbor warned the Department of Social and Health Services that the man was so depressed they worried he would harm himself. And his wife, when she was out of town, the children were so dirty and unfed that the school raised concerns. Winter storms in the Midwest are causing big delays across the country, and they're starting to have a ripple effect at SeaTac Airport. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey has more.
It's a bad weather holiday rush combination. More than a dozen flights out of SeaTac delayed Monday morning, a trickle-down effect after winter storms delayed more than 600 flights across the country. This traveler tells KIRO 7 TV it's still the best way to get from Seattle to Montana.
Taking the plane is the way to go, and even if the traffic is bad, it's still better than a 13-hour drive.
The busiest times at SeaTac between 2 and 5 p.m. and 9 to 11 at night. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Expectations are high on this Cyber Monday, one of 5 key shopping days that kicked off Thanksgiving. Vivek Pandya with Adobe's keeping track.
Really, we're anticipating a strong, what we call Cyber 5, which is period from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday.
Adobe's expecting online sales of $14.2 billion today. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 235 points, NASDAQ off 41. KIRO News Radio traffic. I'm not seeing any major blocking issues right now. There are lane restrictions on State Route 167 near the town of Pacific. That's for bridge repair. Travel times continue to drop. Everett to Seattle, 22 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle, 44. Renton to Bellevue, 22. After an earlier water rescue, the I-90 bridge is wide open, as is the 520 bridge. Traffic brought to you by the Victorian Christmas Festival. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Increasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 39 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Monday to all of you. Cyber Monday, to be specific. Are you doing any online shopping? Text us 888-973-5476, 888-9073 KIRO. It is official now, G. Seattle is the most educated city in all of the United States. Not even close, with the second in line, because right now more than 70% of Seattle adults hold a 4-year college degree. This is according to the new census data reported by the Seattle Times FYI guy. So we're talking about 416,000 residents age 25 and older. This is the first time that the city has ever topped 400,000 college graduates. And as you know, we already had a reputation for being very smart in this region, but other cities are falling even further behind. For example, Washington, D.C. is next at about 66%, followed by Atlanta, San Francisco, and Austin. They're all hovering around 60%. So why are we so high when it comes to college degrees? A tech-heavy, white-collar job market and younger adults who are overwhelmingly college graduates. Again, about 77% between the ages of 25 to 34 have a bachelor's degree or higher. And to put it into context, 25 years ago, we were almost evenly split between college grads and non-grads.
Yeah. Well, I want to be crystal clear on something. Just because a city has 70% of college graduates and degrees and everything does not mean and automatically mean that the city is smarter, in air quotes, if you will. It just means that you have a city full of degrees. And by the way, a city full of degrees don't work if only the privileged can afford to get those degrees. So that's one more thing. The next part of it is, when we're talking about education and we're talking about the ability to be able to get that, it just says to me about Seattle, when you have 70% like this, it just means the cost of everything's higher, the stakes are higher, the margin for room for error is at a very minimal deal. And here in this state, or in this city, if you will, it goes to show you that you need a lot more than education, because what's happening in this country and all over, it used to be, education. Oh, we'll hire you. That ain't what happened. The job market has changed now. They are now saying, what is your skill? Mm-hmm. What is your skill to do the job? But I graduated from here. We don't care where you graduated from, Lois. What is your skill?
So funny enough, there's also a new NBC News poll that found almost 2/3 of voters will now say that a 4-year degree is not worth the cost, mainly because of debt and because, as we've been talking about, a lot of graduates are not getting jobs that match their education or their goals going into college. So even among the people who do have degrees, fewer than half now say it was worth it. Unemployment for people with a bachelor's degree has climbed to about 2.8%, and for recent grads, it is closer to 4.8%. And now 1 in 4 unemployed Americans has a 4-year degree.
Mm-hmm. And so let's talk about why people are saying things and mirroring comments that I make. And the reason why we are saying these things, and what you just said on here, is you just said that basically Americans right now, did you say 2 and 3 or 3 and 5?
It says 2/3.
2/3 of Americans no longer see a 4-year college degree as worth the cost, because we today have so many people that are walking away with $30,000, $40,000, $100,000 student loan debt. Nobody wants any type of relief. They don't want anybody having any relief on that student loan debt. Then when you get these jobs don't justify the debt you had. So here you are, a college graduate working for this place. You're making X amount per month. You're barely making it because you're living in the Seattle area, and the predatory interest rates on those student loans are ridiculous. And then again, we are in a situation now where the economy does not reward degrees like it used to. It used to be a time, that's why people went to college, because they say, hey, you can't get this job, Peter, unless you go get a degree. So people start going to get the degree and come out with the student loan debt, and then sometimes you still get a job that doesn't pay you enough. So yeah, there's a lot of people that's starting to change their position. That's why trades are a big deal, because they hire your skill.
I will say, no matter what these surveys say, I still don't change my mind about whether I think that I would want my children or my future grandchildren to get a college degree, and I still have no regrets of getting a college degree. Where I completely agree with you is the outrageous cost. It is still way too expensive. I think there's a lot that happens that if someone wants to pursue a college degree, I would fully support that within my own family. I also understand why people say, you know what, it's just not worth it. I'd rather go this route and see if I can be successful that way.
Okay, so here's a question for everybody that's listening. Question: what if in the city of Seattle, they came up with a program that rewards all high school seniors with an opportunity to go to community college and college for free? Would you guys be okay with that?
Yeah, there's one right now.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked. Yeah. So we all agree with that program, right? We're good.
Well, we do in this room. I think that there are people.
You agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question, though. Gee, so let's say you're lucky enough to get a scholarship, or your family is lucky enough to have the money to send you to school.
Yeah.
Is college still not worth it if you don't come out of it with debt?
Absolutely is worth it. If you can go to school and not get the debt, my question to everyone is, all right, we all know the average cost of college. If you don't have big time real estate and family to pay for it, if you don't go, which way do you go get it? Do you go get it by the student loan? Huh? You go get a $200,000 education with the student loan and then you go out there and do that? No, I don't recommend doing that. But if you have an opportunity to get your education paid for, absolutely go do it. Yeah. Because now you're arming yourself with a piece of equipment that will get you that job. Yes. But a lot of people don't have that opportunity, though. Good stuff. Coming up next, most Americans are done. They are done, especially after this holiday. I want to know if you feel this pain. We do it next. Gee Ursula.
Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the past 36 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse this year and share the joy of the holiday season. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
The holiday season is packed with events and celebrations, many of them including alcohol. If you find yourself in an unfortunate situation, arrested for DUI, your first call needs to be to DUI Heroes. Jonathan and his team will defend you, looking after the person who you are that made the mistake. DUI Heroes is a DUI defense specialist, and all they do is DUI. They handle cases all over Washington State. Jonathan and his team don't just defend the cases, they defend you. Let them be your hero at DUI Heroes. DUIHeroes.com.
This year, make comfort the first gift during the Black Friday sale at Home Comfort Alliance. Through December 1st, call to get savings up to 75% off furnaces, air conditioners, backup generators, EV chargers, water heaters, and more. If your system's over 12 years old, upgrade now before it breaks and save. And remember to schedule your consultation before December 1st and save up to 75% and take 18 months to pay off 0% financing OAC. Visit HomeComfortAlliance.com today.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for honest pricing, expert service, and guaranteed repairs. This dedication has earned them a Carfax Preferred designation. At Bucky's, every customer gets detailed Carfax updates, timely service reminders, and a full service history, all at your fingertips. With 16 family-owned locations, no appointment needed, and easy financing, Bucky's makes auto care simple. Visit Bucky's.com today and drive with confidence. Bucky's.com.
The holidays are here and we all want to celebrate in style, but sometimes stubborn fat and loose skin keeps us from looking and feeling our best. Stacey Rost here. Imagine a simple one-day solution. Introducing ProSculpt, the treatment everyone is talking about. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe, gentle, yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while you're fully awake. ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target problem areas, your waistline, face, neck, arms, and thighs. Avoid wasting time and money on gimmicky lasers or fat-freezing methods. ProSculpt is one and done. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat, tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. Celebrate the holidays and get yourself a gift with a free consultation and get $250 off. Schedule at ProSculpt.com for powerful, permanent fat removal and skin tightening. It's ProSculpt.com.
Styles change. 12s grow. But Seahawks love? That's forever. From the young fans in their fresh new jerseys to the lifelong 12s in their throwback jackets. At the Pro Shop, we've got gear for 12s of every age and every walk of life. This is the Pro Shop. Shop official Seahawks gear in-store at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton, or online at Seahawks.com/ProShop.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Paid political announcement.
More than half of short-term rentals across Washington are booked by Washingtonians. Families traveling for their children's tournaments and games. Firefighters fighting wildfires. Traveling nurses providing critical care. Every day, short-term rentals are helping make travel more affordable. Legislators in Olympia are considering increasing taxes on short-term rentals. But with the cost of everything going up, we can't take another price increase. Keep travel affordable for us. Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive host pack.
It is the Gee Ursula Show. Good morning, everybody. Have you ever been rolling in traffic? Or maybe you're in traffic now, or maybe you're rolling right now, and you wonder, I wonder how much extra hours I spend in traffic here in the Seattle area compared to the typical U.S. driver. Well, at 10 o'clock, we gonna tell you. But right now, we do need to talk about how long can a guest stay at your house before you're over it. Now, I was thinking about doing this, Ursula. Like, this might not be a good idea because there might be someone right now that's driving someone to the airport and they're like, gee, why you got to bring this up right now? It's making it awkward. I'm taking them to the airport. They've been in my house too long. Well, check this out. Most Americans tap out after about 6 days, according to a new Talker research study. A third of us start dropping hints when it's gone on too long. And about 22% flat out tell the guest, you got to go. Now, it depends who those guests are, though. Your kids can stay about 10 days. Your parents get about 8 days. Your in-laws and other relatives, they get about 5 days before they get the boot. What's the biggest issue? Well, it's space. 4 in 10 don't even have a guest room. So more than half say comfortably out there sleeping on the couch. They ain't putting the blankets down and sleeping on your couch naked. Anyway, and almost 1 in 5 give up their own bed per guest. And about 61% said they'd be much happier hosting overnight if they had a better guest setup. Ursula, what's your thoughts?
I think this is pretty accurate. A lot of times I'm skeptical about these studies, but I think after a week staying with somebody, I, as the guest, would be like, are you kidding me? It would get to be way too much. Now, the only time I've been a guest that long is when we used to visit relatives in Germany, like my grandma. And we didn't otherwise have a place to stay. They expected it. Or visiting my sister, for example. Again, even then, though, I, as the guest, would always feel a little antsy. Same thing when people are at our house. I've never had to tell a guest that I want them to leave. Now, that would be so awkward. But there have been times, and depending on who it is, where, they start getting on your nerves.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, number one, I traveled for Thanksgiving. I'm not staying at anybody's house. I just don't want to anymore. I mean, hey, look, it's no disrespect towards you. My mom was that way. My dad's that way. Like, I don't want to stay at your house. I don't want to be a burden on you. Oh, no, it's fine. No, yes.
But you're in a position now also to be able to do that.
Absolutely. Because I know, here's what happens, Ursula, I believe. Ursula, comes Thanksgiving, right? Hey, you come. Yes, come on over. We love you. And then you get there and Thanksgiving and everybody's in your house grabbing towels and washcloths and soap, and then everything gets going. The people that host get more tired than they thought they would.
Okay, I just was thinking, and if my sister Tina's listening right now from Germany, now they are guests who stay longer than 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I've never had an issue. Because again, and anticipate it. And sometimes you can have house guests that are so considerate and really try to, A, not get on your nerves, B, contribute, also and just be very respectful.
Yeah.
That it can work out. So I think it depends. I mean, so I agree with these averages, but it also just depends on the guest.
Yeah, it does. But even, okay, all right. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud because some of y'all scared about this. Even if they're great guests.
Yeah. You just want your own routines back.
That's it.
Yes.
People get, especially the older we get, the more routine that we get.
Yeah.
Matt, as a matter of fact, I told you guys this morning, I was so happy to be back to work.
Yeah.
Because I'm back in my routine. Mm-hmm. Ursula.
And you were visiting your beautiful granddaughters.
Yes.
And I asked you, I said, did you stay at their place? As we were going to talk about this. Like, no. And that's the funny thing. When I go visit other people too, I would just, again, being in a position where it is affordable now, I would rather just have my own routine when I'm visiting, when I'm traveling. I don't have to answer to anybody. Oh my gosh, what if I accidentally break something? What if I, don't use something the right way? Or I just want to answer to myself. And so I would
can't
rather
believe I got to stick up for this, because staying with people is that's when you get to know them. You actually have those moments where you connect in all those in-between times. You know, you walk into the kitchen first thing in the morning to get a cup of coffee in your pajamas.
But
can't you get
to know each other in those first 5 to 7 days?
Ursula, you can. you absolutely can.
Yeah.
And by the way, listen, y'all. So let's just say, Ursula, I'm an early riser. Okay, I get up early no matter what day it is, okay? So let's just say I get up early.
Yeah.
And I want to go downstairs in the kitchen. And then Billy's wife is up early too. So it's just me and Billy's wife down in the kitchen. Her husband sleep, my wife sleep. This ain't weird?
Yeah.
This ain't weird? Us having coffee together in the morning? Now, somebody would say...
depends on who it is.
That's what I'm saying. But you don't never know how people look at things. I'd rather be at the hotel. I'll have my coffee. Hey, let us know when you guys are all dressed.
Yeah.
Things get weird.
Well, the other thing is, I would rather leave somebody's place saying, I wish she had stayed longer, instead of, oh, my God, I just couldn't wait till she got out of here. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
You just nailed the segment.
Yeah, I don't want to overextend my.
You nailed the segment. It's better to be. You didn't stay long enough.
Yes, man. When's the next time? Instead of bye, toodles.
Yeah. But could you at least feel that scenario, Ursula?
Yes.
Where you're down, you're having coffee together. You're having,
especially if you're already.
That's awkward.
A suspicious person. Or not so comfortable in your relationship, and you're like, okay, what are they chit-chatting about? I've never been in that position, but I'm going to say I could see it.
But you'll never know. And then all of a sudden, Peter is talking to her when they get upstairs and like, so what were you guys talking about?
Yes.
Why were you guys down there so long?
Yes.
I don't want no awkwardness in no man's home. I'm out of there. Stay in my own crib. Hey, coming up next, you ever wonder how much and how long you're staying in traffic compared to other U.S. drivers? Ursula's going to tell you next. Gee Ursula.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value, and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today, and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour, and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. AAA asked me if I would change my name from Sir Mix-a-Lot to Sir Mix-a-Lot. I said, why would I do that? They said, you're more than just a rapper. You're a car collector. You're a businessman. You're an inventor. Just like AAA is more than just towing. They have awesome travel advisors and insurance agents. And they got 3 A's in their name. Maybe I should change my name. Give me 3 A's. Mix A. Mix A. When I say mix, give me 3 A's. Mix A.
Olympic Hot Tub has more ways than ever to achieve total wellness at home. Immerse yourself in a saltwater hot spring spa and let jets melt stress away. Enjoy a refreshing swim in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to healing warmth and detox in a Tilo sauna. Then awaken mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Current specials with exciting savings at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
What does VA mean to me?
A place for my daughter to call home. Thanks to the VA Home Loan.
A new lease on life. The best healthcare team I've ever had is here at VA.
And education and the opportunity to open doors I never thought possible with my GI Bill.
The financial support I need to manage the disabilities I developed because of my service.
Get what you earn. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news.
A minimum wage increase proposal is moving forward in unincorporated King County.
KIRO Newsradio.
Between all the holiday parties,
weekend tailgates,
and family get-togethers. Oh, they're here. Hey, who needs something to drink?
we've been overindulging a little more than usual. Thank goodness we both added active liver to our diets to give our livers some much-needed support so we have the energy we need to enjoy the holidays.
Active Liver from New Nordic contains a powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract designed to give your liver maximum protection and help it do vital jobs like removing toxins from alcohol, rich foods, and sweets.
Try Active Liver today and enjoy all the holiday treats with the peace of mind of knowing you're giving your liver some relief.
Find Active Liver online at Amazon, Vitacost.com, or iHerb.com. Or pick it up today at CVS, Meijer Grocery, or ShopRite. Enjoy life to the fullest with Active Liver.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, KIRO FM, and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. The Thanksgiving push may be over, but the travel headache is still pounding for a lot of people.
We had a connecting flight, right, and that was delayed. It was just messy, right? So they had to change our entire reservation.
She's at Newark Airport. More than 300 flights have been canceled today from coast to coast. Delays top 3,000. Some of it's blamed on the snowy, icy weather in the nation's midsection. CBS's Usher Qureshi.
Right now here at O'Hare, we're looking at an average delay of about 23 minutes for these flights. About 161 cancellations so far. Now, on-the-ground flyers tell us they showed up early, packed extra patience, and have been glued to their apps. The FlightAware Misery map ranks airports by cancellations and delays versus on-time departures. Still shows red over major hubs, including here in Chicago. O'Hare still sits at number 1 on that list.
At the White House, CBS's Weijia Jiang has more on President Trump's phone call with Venezuela's president.
The president would not go into details about what they talked about, and he would not even say whether it was a good or bad call. He said it was just a call. But we know also that later today at 5 p.m. Eastern, the president is scheduled to meet with his top aides, military aides, senior administration officials to continue the conversation about options in Venezuela.
The Trump administration making new moves that stand to affect asylum seekers after the attack on 2 National Guard members blamed on a man from Afghanistan. CBS's Camilo Montoya Galvez.
The Department of Homeland Security has ordered a review, a full-scale re-examination, as they're calling it, of green card cases by nationals and of nationals from 19 countries in Africa, Asia, and the Western Hemisphere.
A federal appeals court today dealt a blow to the Trump administration.
The court said that President Trump's ex-lawyer, Alina Habba, has been serving unlawfully as U.S. Attorney for New Jersey. The judges upheld a lower court's finding that the administration violated the law with how it put Habba in the position in Senate support. The ruling will likely set up a showdown at the Supreme Court. Stacey Lynn, CBS News, the White House.
Retailers say Black Friday was encouraging, and today hopes are high for Cyber Monday. Vivek Pandya is a retail analyst for Adobe.
You've seen online take more and more of the share of retail shopping, and we find that consumers do view the online space as having stronger and better deals.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is down about 200 points. The NASDAQ is down 28 points. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Take the next step forward in your career with great benefits and an award-winning workplace. Apply at careers.progressive.com.
A deadly shooting in South Seattle. Details coming up. But first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. You have a long-term fatal crash investigation on Fidalgo Island that is blocking both directions of State Route 20 at North Dewey Beach Drive. Be aware of that. Here in the greater Seattle area, a crash briefly blocked a lane on I-405 northbound near I-90, but WashDOT says that's been cleared, and your travel times overall are Fantastic. Everett to Seattle, 22 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle, 23. Renton to Bellevue, 22. And your lake bridges are wide open. Traffic brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino. Prepare to be enchanted by the clairvoyance December 4th, only at the Emerald Queen Casino.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. A manhunt is underway after a man was shot dead in South Seattle this morning. Police say the shooting stemmed from a fight in a hookah lounge. Cops are searching in the 400 block of Rainier Avenue South for that shooter. They are asking you to stay clear of the area during that search. A tense night in Seattle ends with gunfire and 4 teenagers behind bars. Seattle police tell KIRO 7 TV 6 teens in a stolen SUV shot at officers Saturday night and damaged a bystander's car.
Well, obviously, anytime where there's gunfire exchange, there's very serious injury or death that can occur. We're very thankful that none of that happened.
Officers bumped the car using a pit maneuver, forcing it to stop. They arrested 4 teenagers who face charges including assault and eluding police. 2 other teens are still on the run. A homeless camp is growing on private property across from the Space Needle. Incoming Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson says she plans to stop removing camps when she takes office in January. But
we can't go back.
Outgoing City Council member President Sarah Nelson says that would be a mistake.
This looks like what you saw all over the city, 2020, 2021. That what I also see is people living in inhumane conditions, and that is unacceptable.
The property is owned by a bankrupt company with no staff, which makes it harder to enforce trespassing laws. A family in the Whatcom County town of Deming fears they will soon lose their home of more than 40 years. KIRO 7 TV's Jason Sloss reports.
Despite the majestic views along the Nooksack River, it's turning into a nightmare for Barry and Ruth Hutchinson. The river's coming through with such force, it's wiping out the banks in front of their home.
The river, it just keeps taking and taking and taking, and there's not much left.
They say in just the last couple of weeks, they've gone from 10 acres now down to 6.
They are meeting with the county next week to see if there's a way to save that home. One of Western Washington's brightest stars will shine at Super Bowl 60. The NFL says Brandi Carlile will sing America the Beautiful ahead of the game February 8th. Bad Bunny will headline the halftime show. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Increasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 41 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Today, I'm going to hit y'all with all different types of Thanksgiving takeaways.
Oh,
and I'm starting off the 10 o'clock hour with, can we be done with turkey? I'm sick and tired of it. It is absolutely overrated. Oh, I make it so great. Oh, it's so buttery. It's deep fried. It's damn turkey. There is this the most boring thing that happens at Thanksgiving. Nobody comes away and saying, oh, that turkey tastes. No, it didn't. It tastes just like the others. It's a most.
I think the turkey is supposed to just be a vehicle.
That's it. It is just.
It's the perfect base.
It's the perfect base for everything else that you're going to put on your plate.
I did not have you two agreeing with J.D. Vance on my bingo card this morning.
When I think about turkey at Thanksgiving, I think about somebody just checking off the. Okay, make sure we check it off.
What happened to your turkey though this year?
I mean, it was
cool. Did you have to choke down the dry breast meat? What happened?
Look, I saw my partner. Now, you guys know I went to go see my partner out there in Detroit. As a matter of fact, 2 days before. And by the way, I love you, Rob, if you're listening. I'm sorry, I got to tell the folks. His big deal was, hey, he had video of him showing up to go get the turkey. Yes,
wow,
2 days.
Don't rain on his parade.
But 2 days in advance. So this turkey,
was fresh.
It's supposed to be fresh, never frozen. Okay. 2 days ago, he showed video of the turkey.
And so how did it taste? Extra fresh?
Hell no. It was just as dry. It don't matter if it's frozen.
You're not supposed to say that. Poor Rob.
What am I supposed to do? Lie to y'all?
Well, you just don't like it.
What am I supposed to do?
What kind of sides did you have to go with it? Again, the turkey is a base.
But the thing is I'm tired of us being at Thanksgiving lying to people about their turkey.
Remember I told you
this? My turkey is the best. Oh, my gosh, your turkey's so good. That's a lie.
See, I didn't know that because I told you that Thanksgiving meal is not my favorite meal of the year, and I know I am in the minority on that one.
Yeah, me too. How's it feel to be in the minority all the time? Go ahead.
Believe it or not, I've been all my life.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
But in any case, this year's turkey, there's not even a shred left. So it can't be that bad.
It's not a shred left because people took some to go home, and they're looking forward to the sandwiches. They make great sandwiches.
They do make great sandwiches.
They do.
Mark even had to go get extra gravy to go along with it.
That ain't better than Jimmy John's.
I knew you were running out of gravy.
Yeah. And I even made gravy from scratch, not like your scratch, and the one that came from Met Market, and we were still out.
Okay. Confession.
Yes.
I don't care if you make your gravy from scratch or not. Okay. Most people can't tell the difference.
Oh, those are fighting words.
Most people don't say things like, "Oh my goodness, this gravy,
really, it's so good.
This tastes like it's made from scratch." Don't nobody know the difference? Most people don't. Yeah. The very few of the chefs of the world, they know. Everybody make no big deal about gravy.
But they make a big deal if you don't have enough.
Yeah,
just like they make a big deal if you don't have cranberry, even though again.
And quit trying to, my boy Rob, I love you, man, if you listen. Quit trying to outdo Ocean Spray's cranberry sauce. You can't beat it. Ocean Spray, it needs to have the ridges in there. That's the best cranberry sauce, Ursula. Quit trying to make cranberry sauce.
I'm with you on that one. I opened a container. Thank you, Met Market. Okay, text us 888-973-5476, 888-973. KIRO, my hot take is never again on Black Friday will I ever go shopping.
What's new at 10?
So this might not come as a surprise to anybody who drives regularly, but Seattle's commute is officially getting worse, and not just by a little. Drivers here lost 68 hours to traffic this year. That is according to INRIX data reported by Axios, and that is a 40% jump over the national average and an 8% increase for us from last year. And INRIX's annual scorecard puts Seattle at 10th worst in the country for time lost to traffic. And those delays are not cheap. The typical Seattle driver paid about $1,250 in wasted time and fuel, pushing the region's total economic hit close to $2 billion. And INRIX's analyst Bob Pishu says Seattle ranks worse than some bigger, denser cities because we basically are a very desirable place to live, and our economy is doing better than most, but the traffic burden keeps landing on a limited road network. Yeah. As you know, there's bodies of water that kind of limit how much cars we can take in terms of what we can do in the region. Yeah. I'm curious that Spike just walked in. Were you stuck in traffic?
No.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm here sticking up.
He looks mad, too.
I'm here sticking up for turkey.
Oh, hi, Spike.
Hi, I'm sorry. I apologize. This is so unprofessional of me and bordering on disrespectful of me.
Oh, no.
Because I know the sanctity of how you guys do a phenomenal. I love how you do your show. I would never dream of just grabbing the wheel and taking off a cliff.
But
I have
today,
to stand up for turkey.
Oh.
I have to.
Okay.
While I respect the fact that it can be
dry,
a throwaway.
Or a base.
A duty you feel you need to put out there. I heard everything you said, G. I heard everything you said. But I would say this about my turkey, and I'm not just here because my turkey turned out to be the best turkey I've ever made in my life this year. How many times a year do you have beef? How many times a year do you have ham? Turkey's that one thing, one day. I don't have turkey any other time of year, and I find that to be just something I look forward to because of that. Plus the fact I know how cardboard turkey can be. It can be sandpaper in a beautiful skin.
Okay,
some folks cook.
What's your secret then? What made it the best?
Upside down for the first 2 hours. Let all the meats, let all the juices stay in the breast, and then cover it when you turn it over for the bulk of the cook, keeping all the moisture in. On top of a bed of chicken broth and white wine.
Okay.
With appropriate herbs and garlic and whatnot in the mix. Fresh fruit inside the bird, pears, apples, oranges.
Nice.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I know, I hear you. But when your guests, the look on their faces when it's not shoe leather, when it is,
it's the same. It's the same look.
And
nobody. It's the same look. Nobody. No, it
wasn't for me.
Listen. It's the same.
He says you're dreaming.
You are dreaming. Like it's the same thing. Everybody gather around. We hold hands. There's either a prayer or what you're thankful for, and then afterwards, the person of the house, whoever that is going to grab a carving knife and they're going to cut the turkey in front of everyone, right? And then of course, this person, you get the turkey leg. Yeah. I am so sick and tired of the garbage symbolic stuff. Turkey is terrible. And Spike, I love you to death. And for you to come in and just crash our show, and wait a minute. And here's the crazy thing, Spike. Of all the things that we talk about in this damn world, you come in here and you're hell bent on turkey? This ain't even a real person. Like, I would love for you to come in here on some of the other topics that we have.
I hate to break it to you.
Happy to.
Sean in Parkland says, thank you, Spike. The turkey bashing was getting uncomfortable, quite frankly.
I mean, you can call it.
I think people are just disagreeing with you on the text line.
But the thing is that even if the turkey is nasty where you are, you're still going to have that. I'm so thankful for Larry. Larry got a job. And
that's different. Whether you're having beef or turkey, that's different.
But nothing's different is going to happen, even if it's nasty. You're not going to be at the table. You're not going to say anything.
Maybe you and IG just haven't had that really good.
What are you guys doing next Thanksgiving? What are you doing next Thanksgiving? Because here's the invitation. Here's the invitation right here, right now.
Okay.
Both of you guys come to my house next Thanksgiving, and let me show you how turkey's done.
I feel like.
And first off, I don't carve it at the table. I don't need that Rockwell crap. Okay, I carve it in the kitchen. I platter and present the turkey ready to dig in. Nobody should have to sit there and watch my knife skills. That ain't part of the program.
Okay, we had my brother-in-law now cut up the turkey, and it was like a masterpiece. He was working really hard on making him the perfect slices and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it was the point where I was like, I think we were about ready to go get parsley because it was taking that long.
You're about ready to grab the knife from him. And
but it turned out beautiful.
I appreciate the invite.
I just feel like Spike's turkey makes you have to pay HOA dues after you eat it. You know what I'm saying? I have a feeling that your turkey was right out of the Mayflower for some reason.
Nah, man, it was just.
Kara, the cleaning lady, says, gee, that is turkey blasphemy. Hey, Spike, thank you. I'm glad we got you worked up.
Got you worked up on all the topics we talk about.
I will.
If I could get you the way you are about turkey, if I could get you like this on a consistent basis on other topics that's happening, man, we would be
like war crimes in the Caribbean.
We're good. I'd rather you come in for turkey.
You've taken more control on this show than you do on your own. Okay, all right.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. How was the burger?
Keep the same energy, Spike, at 12 o'clock, my boy.
Thank you, Spike.
I don't think I've ever seen him that mad.
Yeah, that just got awkward.
Okay, well, let's talk about traffic again.
Okay.
So if you commute on 405 northbound from Renton to I-90, you already know this. That corridor is one of the 25 worst in the entire country, costing drivers 61 hours of delays all by itself. I'm looking at this. If it's a $1,200 price tag, $1,250 price tag in wasted time and fuel, I'm thinking that's low. If we are in the worst in the country, or 10th worst in the country.
Yeah. Well, just think where we'd be if we didn't almost lead the country and work from home. Where we would be with this topic. Think about how bad that would be. Sure, I think we all can agree on that traffic is bad here, as long as we can all agree with this, that people don't know how to merge here in this area, and a lot of people don't know how to drive when they're on the freeway. So that leads to a lot of traffic congestion, right? You have a lot of people riding Subarus, getting honked at all the time.
You just had to throw that in. Man, you're in rare form. It's funny, though, because I remember at one point we were the worst in the country. So now we're only 10th worst. I guess there's something positive.
We're getting better. We're getting better.
Okay, let's talk about a very serious story. And we brought it up before, but now Seattle's Gasworks Park is at the center of a heart-wrenching debate that has gone national.
Okay.
After a 15-year-old boy died there this summer. And there is a story now in the New York Times, and they're reporting that Mateus Johnson had gone to a pop-up concert at Gasworks in July. He never came home. And what happened was, as the night was wrapping up, he and a friend slipped through a fence and tried to climb the old industrial towers, something that the city has warned against for decades. And it wasn't that long ago that another young person, a young woman, died also while climbing in a similar fashion. He ended up falling 50 feet and later died at the hospital. His death is, in fact, the third at Gasworks Park just since 2012. And city officials have tried everything from fencing to mesh, brambles, extra patrols. This fall, they proposed removing ladders and catwalks and adding lights and cameras. But here's the thing. The Seattle Landmarks Preservation Board has rejected all of those changes, saying that the historic design needs deeper study before anything is changed. Yeah. And they are arguing that the towers are internationally recognized for their post-industrial beauty and that the city shouldn't dismantle a landmark because some visitors just ignore the rules. But the Johnson family is not going to wait. They have filed a lawsuit asking a judge to declare those towers at Gasworks a public nuisance, and that would force the city to make them inaccessible once and for all. And mind you, they're not asking for money. They just want action.
Where are you at with this, Ursula? Where are you at?
I have shared that the young woman who died at Gasworks Park, that was the sister of my youngest son's former roommate. Yeah. So Blanchette graduate, beautiful, smart, wonderful young woman who made a mistake. And I understand the argument. Let me just tell you the truth. I would rather, when I go to Gasworks Park, I don't sit there and go, oh my gosh, these things are amazing and they shouldn't be touched. 3 people have died. Yes, there are, even if you put signs, there are people who are going to just do dumb things. Yeah. And instead of facing more lawsuits in the future, how about just make it truly inaccessible? Keep the signage up, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, this family's not asking for money. There is an issue. I mean, I think 3 people in the last decade, but ultimately, the people made a mistake. And so this is one of those things where I also understand the argument not to change it. It's like you can't child-proof everything in life.
Yeah. The reason why I don't feel comfortable talking about this is because I know people have lost their lives.
Yes.
And so just in case there's any family members, my heart and prayers go out to you and with the loss of your loved one. Now, with that being said, I disagree with the landmark going away. I disagree that all of the steps being done to, air quotes, prevent someone from doing that again. You said that 3 lives have been lost in the last decade. Does anybody go, and if you're going to go play catch with your loved ones, do you go play catch on I-5? No. You don't. And you want to know why you don't go play catch on I-5? Because it's dangerous. Mm-hmm. You don't go playing traffic because you know what will result. Do you need water? Do you need fences to keep you from going to play
I understand that argument
on
completely.
I-5? No, you don't.
Yep.
The same way I look at a tower. I'm sorry, but kids know that is dangerous. You can put fences there. You can put a large body of water there. I don't care what you put there. You know that if you have access to that and you get to it and you climb up there, you are risking your chance to fall. So if we start doing this, then we'll start doing everything, right? So should we stop alcohol from ever being sold again? Because if we stop alcohol from being sold, then we know that we'll have a huge decrease in other things happening.
Should people not have to fence their swimming pools and make sure they have covers on them? Because that's what this is. It's being called an attractive nuisance.
Well, that's what they're officially trying to say. It is a public nuisance, and that's where legally they may be forced to do something. Because again, if you can see that there's a pattern, it's too easy. But I totally understand your argument. This is why I'm saying this would be tough.
when I go to Gas Horse Park, which I do, I do an event there all the time.
Yes.
You want to know what I've never seen? I've never seen anybody climbing that thing.
Yeah.
Ever in my life. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen.
Yes.
I'm just saying that I have never seen it. So it's not like something that happens all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody, you know better not to do it. And again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the lives that have been lost.
I understand. And that is absolutely an argument that could be used and is being used to fight this.
Yeah.
But again, is it worth it? Like how many, if it continues to be a place where people make mistakes, it's like, well, you know what? You made a bad choice. Yeah. You made, where does it end?
Yeah.
Is there something that can be done to prevent that?
Yeah. All right, 10:47, it will be time for scenarios. And Ford workers, I was just with some Ford workers over the weekend. Ford workers told their CEO, none of the young people want to work here. Oh, we'll get to the bottom of that next. Gee Ursula.
You want to just call it
This hour is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington.
The Hawks get it done at home.
They do it in style with a 26-0 shellacking.
Improving to 9-3, staying with the small pack of teams atop the NFC.
It's intercepted, and this one goes to the house. Jones with a pick six.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
That was big for our defense. I feel like it's another level that we can reach. We're just worried about playing our style of ball, playing for each other.
And the station where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
What's your holiday tradition? If you're like me, it involves friends and family sharing an abundant meal to celebrate. This year, that tradition is feeling more out of reach for too many families who will be unable to gather around the joys of food like their neighbors. If you're looking for a way to contribute to holiday meals at homes in your community, you can support Nourish Everyone at your local Safeway. The Nourish Everyone program provides grocery cards to the people who are most impacted in communities throughout Washington. The cards are distributed through food pantries, schools, community centers, and more. These grocery cards not only provide easy access to nutritious foods, but also the dignity to shop like you and me and choose special meals for special occasions. It'll take all of us working together to make sure everyone is welcome at the table for the holidays. Go to nourishingneighbors.com and find out how you can help. That's nourishingneighbors.com.
I got to tell you something, Nick. I have really noticed a difference in your energy level since you started going to the Longevity Medical Clinic.
And you know why?
Why?
Because they actually balanced my hormone levels. And when they do that, the largest change I noticed was that now I could sleep.
And then not only get more sleep, you just get more energy, right?
Right. So that all of a sudden that resulted in me, I started running again and doing all these things that I felt so fatigued throughout the day that I couldn't do anymore.
Okay, so at this point, do you want to apologize to me? Because I was always saying to you, every time you say, I don't sleep, I don't feel well, I feel kind of off, I go, well, you need to get in touch with Longevity Medical Clinic. And you're always like, blah, 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 blah.
I know. But now it's turned into something fun that we get to go in together.
So I need to hear, you were right.
You were right.
You were right. I should have gone to Longevity Medical Clinic.
I should have.
There we go. Fine.
Yes.
You know the right thing to do. Get in touch with Longevity Medical Clinic. Take the free health analysis at lmclinic.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto-pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Paid political announcement.
More than half of short-term rentals across Washington are booked by Washingtonians.
Families traveling for their children's tournaments and games. Firefighters fighting wildfires. Traveling nurses providing critical care. Every day, short-term rentals are helping make travel more affordable. Legislators in Olympia are considering increasing taxes on short-term rentals. But with the cost of everything going up, we can't take another price increase. Keep travel affordable for us. Paid for by Airbnb helps our State Thrive host pack.
Have you tried the dining district at the Bellevue Collection? Grab lunch with friends, meet up for happy hour, and stay for dinner and beyond. You can sample international flavors and local favorites from talented chefs. Try a new cocktail on a rooftop bar or watch the game with friends and explore the lively nightlife scene. The Dining District at the Bellevue Collection, where your taste adventure begins. Learn more at bellevuecollection.com/dining district.
Make this the last holiday season in that old kitchen. Hi, this is Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Our solid wood refacing system delivers a luxurious new kitchen way easier and less expensive than a tear out. You won't believe the difference. Heritage Homecraft's specialty is custom cabinet refacing and quartz countertops. With Heritage Homecraft, custom means built from scratch just for you. Our own craftsmen, not subcontractors, will reface your existing cabinet boxes with 1/4-inch thick solid hardwood and add new custom-built solid hardwood doors. We can make design changes, add cabinets, install custom features, and top it all off with a brand new quartz countertop. With the holidays here, I know everyone's busy, but if you order your new Heritage Homecraft kitchen now for select install dates after the new year, I'll give you 12% off the entire project. Hey, all year long and especially next holiday season, you'll be delighted that you did. Call today, Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for fast, friendly service with guaranteed repairs. With 16 family-owned locations and a Carfax preferred badge, Bucky's makes it easy with same-day service and available financing. Visit buckys.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. A manhunt is underway after a deadly shooting at a South Seattle hookah lounge. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch is there and joins us live. James?
Heather, investigators are still trying to figure out what happened at this hookah lounge near Rainier Avenue South and South King Street. It's located in the Chinatown International District. It happened just before 8 this morning. SPD Detective Eric Munoz says it started with an altercation inside the lounge.
Shortly after that altercation, the suspect fired multiple rounds into the area of the hookah lounge from just outside, and one of those bullets did, in fact, strike our victim.
Right now, police say they don't have much information on a suspect. They're asking anyone with information about this shooting to call 911. Live in the CID, James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
President Trump is expected to discuss next steps in Venezuela when he meets with key members of his cabinet and national security team this afternoon. This comes after the Washington Post reported U.S. forces killed 2 people who had survived an initial military strike on a suspected drug smuggling boat. And they did it, allegedly, to comply with an order from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth that no one be left alive. CBS's Eleanor Watson explains.
The law of war dictates that combatants who are wounded, sick, or shipwrecked should be protected. They no longer pose a threat and should not be subjected to an attack.
Hegseth claims the story was fabricated. No storms in Seattle, but rough weather in other parts of the country are causing some ripple effects here. This family told KIRO 7 TV they were stranded at SeaTac Airport overnight.
We're pretty sleep deprived and jet lagged, so it will probably be nice to go and sleep.
71 flights have been delayed and 5 canceled so far at SeaTac this morning. This is Cyber Monday, a huge day for Seattle-based Amazon. CBS's Meg Oliver is at an Amazon distribution center in New Jersey.
Millions of Americans are probably closing their office door, doing a little shopping. It's actually supposed to peak tonight between 8 and 10 p.m. with consumers spending $16 million per minute.
Overall, $14 billion in holiday sales are expected today alone. That's on top of Thanksgiving weekend sales that were stronger than expected. Seattle-based Starbucks has agreed to pay about $35 million to more than 15,000 of its workers in New York City over a scheduling dispute. It's being called the largest worker protection settlement in that city. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 165 points, NASDAQ off 22. KIRO News Radio traffic. You have a long-term fatal crash investigation on Fidalgo Island that's blocking both directions of State Route 20 at North Dewey Beach Drive. In the greater Seattle area, a crash briefly blocking a lane on I-405 northbound near I-90, but WashDOT says that's been cleared out. Travel times Everett to Seattle 22 minutes, Federal Way to Seattle 23, Renton to Bellevue 22. Traffic brought to you by ProSculpt, the one-day permanent fat loss and skin tightening solution for men and women, offered by New Skin Med Spa in Bellevue. ProSculpt.com. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Increasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 41 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this Monday morning after the long Thanksgiving weekend, and we're still debating. Some people were coming at you about the don't eat leftovers still on Monday.
Yeah.
And we had one of our listeners say that she uses every single part of that turkey and makes broth and all that.
Yeah.
And I think that's good. Okay. Text us 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
I thought she was going to say something about Liz in Gig Harbor.
Oh.
Liz in Gig Harbor took her mother-in-law right home. She said after she was complaining about the air freshener in the house, the laundry soap I used, etc., I took her home immediately after the comments. Wait a minute, Liz. Do you mean to tell me that's falling in line with what I say about the mother-in-laws?
Sweeping statements there. Okay, hey, let's talk about dating. And this new study is claiming that millennial men are creating this dating crisis because they're just flat out lazy when it comes to apps.
Okay.
So, it's been a minute since I've been in the dating scene. So I'm going to lean heavily on those who are still in the dating scene or who are more recently in it. But this relationship app Field looked at more than 2,500 users for its latest State of Dating report. And basically, they flat out say nearly 7 in 10 straight millennial men have never updated their dating profile after creating it. They don't put in new photos. They don't change the bio, nothing. They just create it and then leave it and think it's going to do magic.
Right.
And matchmakers are telling Newsweek they see the same pattern, not because men don't want relationships.
They do.
But a lot of them either feel discouraged or they feel emotionally checked out before they even begin.
Dating is like going to college. Dating is like going to college. Right now, today, it's only for the people who has it and have it. You right? So there's a lot of millennial men. The reason why they're not dating because it's expensive. Folks want to go to college, but it's expensive. Some folks want to date. It's expensive. And you can't just, back in our day, you pull up to Applebee's and you have a good time. You pull up to Red Lobster, you have a good time.
See, I think there's something different here, though, with the dating apps and the lack of effort on it.
Okay.
Because I think the men do want to date, but they don't. I think a couple of things are discouraging. One is I think it's mostly women in control of dating apps and how things go.
Because who pays? Who pays?
Well, anymore. I used to think, hey, the guy usually pays first, but I'm learning a lot more about dating apps.
It's still the same, Ursula.
It's
still the same.
I'm getting to know dating apps really well. I'll be honest. I've had a chance to study Bumble and Hinge. No, not for me, but because I have been chatting with our older son, and we're talking about dating apps, and he let me see what goes on. He said he has told me that it's really the women who have the control over it. And in fact, this is where there is a disconnect. The women using the apps are putting in the work. They update their bios more frequently. They anticipate questions. They actually communicate things that they're looking for. They give people something to work with. And then the men are keeping their profiles vague or half-built, and then they wonder why they aren't making meaningful connections.
Ursula, listen, this is very easy. The women on the apps they can just do the free version. The free.
Yeah.
They can go free.
Yeah.
The men, in order for them to reach out, they got to pay the premium package.
Yes.
So
and even so, you're waiting for a response.
So, of course, your free version is updated and well-to-do. Meanwhile, you're paying X amount of money. You need to pay this much, and you still got a dry inbox.
Dry as turkey.
Now I want to ask somebody who is in the day. Ian, you got a woman?
A little bit, sort of.
Okay, Ian.
He wasn't expecting to be put on the spot.
I sort of was.
Yes,
I knew this was coming.
Yeah. Now, Ian, you've been in the dating world, right?
A little bit.
Tell me about you and your friends. Is it not expensive, bruh?
It's so expensive, G. It's super expensive. And like the hardest part for me with the apps is like personally, I'm just a bad texter. And that's how you have to reach out every single time is the guy has to reach out to the girl and say, hey, I've set up this plan for what we're going to do. Or you just have to have light conversation until she trusts you to go on a date or something. But I think guys are going into it looking for like, hey, what can I see that's out there? And can I go do something now? And girls are going through all the matches that they could have and are like, is this a nice guy? Is this guy normal? Is this guy creepy?
Well,
Nick,
good for them.
who pays, Nick? Who pays for these dates?
The guys.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. This is not rocket science.
So,
and oh, by the way, Ursula, you women? Sweeping statement? You have way more options than men do.
I think that is the big turnoff for a lot of men too. Okay, well, let's go back to you. Did you feel like you had to cast the net out a lot?
Yeah, it's a pretty constant upkeep if you want to
actually
get somewhere, at least from the guy's perspective. Like I have had girlfriends who like you open up their thing and it's like
they're
30 matches and it's like exploding and they can just take their pick. Where for us, you got to work through all your matches, all your possible matches that day. You might get 2 out of the 50 swipes that you do.
Hey.
And then you got to do another 50 swipes every day so you can just get a couple every day.
Okay, listen to
and
this.
And then you actually have to message them, and your response rate might be, one message for 20 cents.
And who has to message? And who has to message who first? Remember,
the woman is messaging first.
The owner of...
Oh, no, excuse me. The guy does the first one, but you're waiting. So oftentimes, do you find that they think that there's a certain amount of waiting period so they don't look too eager? Or...
Well, like, even if you get a match and you send a message...
It could be days,
There's like maybe a 20% success rate on that turning into like you guys meeting face to face. Yeah, maybe 20%.
Hey, look here. This is why I got lucky, y'all. Your boy pulled up on Match. So listen, I was doing, you guys remember I used to do KIRO nights, right? So Ursula, KIRO nights, I jumped in the car and I said, you know what? I looked up the top 10 dating sites and Match.com came in at number 3. I don't know if you guys do this or not. When you go top 10s, nobody ever picks number 1 and nobody ever picks the last one. So I picked number 3, which is Match. And so I sat there and I set up a little profile. Boom. In the parking lot, right outside here at KIRO.
Uh-huh.
So I set it up. Boom, boom. Okay. Boom. Got it. Okay, well, you know what? I probably should set up a payment plan. Boom. Set it up. Then I drove to Sammamish where I lived.
Uh-huh.
I drove to Sammamish, parked the car. When I parked the car, I went to go look, and I looked to see some of the matches.
Uh-huh.
I got a match. I sent them a message. I got out of the car, went inside. I do my routine every time, Ursula. I go take a shower, put on my clothes and everything. When I got out of the shower, I had gotten a message back from the match, right?
Wow.
In that match,
just your charm showed right through.
It wasn't no charm. It was just that profile. I told her on the profile, I love to go mountain climbing and I love to ski in the Whistler.
So I love wining and dining at fine places.
And then, hey, that was Lillian right there. Boom. First time.
What is the best? Okay, Ian.
You got lucky, G. People don't get that lucky.
No. What is the best dating app?
I don't know. I think a lot of people use Hinge. I've heard of that Field one before, but I only know of them doing like weird stuff. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Okay, y'all. I'm going to tell you what a friend of mine did.
Okay.
And don't judge the friend. Fair? Ursula?
Fair.
He jumped on Christian Mingle. Okay. All right, y'all. It's time for...
I'm judging.
It's time for scenarios next. Gee and Ursula.
It's always such a pleasure for me to catch up with you, Shannon O'Kelly, President and CEO of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. And as I understand it, calendar year is wrapping up. There's never a better time to take care of your aches and pains. Why?
Well, it's always a great time to come see us here at IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. We'll take care of your aches and pains. We'll get you better. But particularly, Brock, at the end of the year, most people have met their deductibles. They may have HSA, may have FSA funds. So use the opportunity to use your insurance to treat those aches and pains so you're not taking them into the new year. So you're healthy, fit, and you're excited about the new year. That's what it's all about. Here at IRG, we are so dedicated to making sure our patients really understand the insurance because it's a complex world. So when you call us, we're going to help you navigate your insurance. But I will tell everybody listening right now, if you've met your deductible, get your aches and pains treated here at IRG. We'll take care of you. We'll take care of your insurance. We'll take care of your family. We'll take care of everybody.
Clinics up and down the Puget Sound for you to go visit or see them online at irgpt.com.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Thinking about retiring and wondering, am I going to be okay? Well, you're not alone. Women live longer and often end up handling finances solo. Truth is, the financial world doesn't make it easy. That's why Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop exists. It's a free Zoom event on December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Built to help women prepare for retirement without jargon, pressure, or assumptions. You'll learn how to build reliable income, protect savings from taxes and market swings, time Social Security and Medicare, and plan for retirement that could last 30 years. Madrona Financial and CPAs break it down so it finally makes sense. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired, this is your chance to learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot now. Call 833-673-7373. That's 833-673-7373.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83 or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
$83 or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
$83 or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
$83 or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
When I think about retirement, I don't think about charts or spreadsheets. I think about precious moments, more time with the people I love, more travel with my husband, more space in the day just to breathe and reflect and finally enjoy the life that we have been building all these years. But getting to that point takes a whole lot more than hope. It takes a real plan and one that gives you peace of mind. And that is why Mark and I met with Marty at Trajan Wealth. I will tell you, it wasn't just about numbers with her. She listened to us. She asked about our family and our dreams, and she brought up a whole bunch of questions that we hadn't considered in our long-term planning. And we ended our meeting feeling a whole lot more confident. And that is what I love about Trajan Wealth. You're working with fiduciary advisors, and they'll give you real guidance, real care, and a plan that reflects who you are. So if you are ready for that same sense of clarity and a retirement plan that actually fits your life, reach out to Trajan Wealth today. That's spelled TRAJAN. Call them at 206-466-3300. Again, that's 206-466-3300, or visit TrajanWealth.com.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Cars for Kids reminds you time is running out to donate your car for 2025. Call 877-CARS4KIDS now to secure your 2025 tax deduction and vacation voucher. That's Cars with a K.
Olympic Hot Tub has more ways than ever to achieve total wellness at home. Immerse yourself in a saltwater hot spring spa and let jets melt stress away. Enjoy a refreshing swim in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to healing warmth and detox in a Tilo sauna. Then awaken mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, ah, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Current specials with exciting savings at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Okay, it is the Gee and Ursula Show. Now, before we get to scenarios, Ursula, before we get to there, CH in the 206 text in and says, in previous shows, I thought you said you met Lillian through mutual friends. And I want to make sure that we're clear on that. No, I met her through a dating app. What you all have heard me say is I had and then once I met her, found out that we had mutual friends.
Ah, that's right.
Right?
And you were like, how come they didn't recommend you to?
How come they never recommended me? And still to this day, by the way,
they say you were the problem.
No, they don't even say that. They just uncomfortably laugh, to which I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny at all that they never recommended me. So deep down, I know how, Sarah Jackson, I know how you guys look at me, AJ Jackson. You know what I'm saying? All right. I didn't mean to call them names out, but hey, you got to call out the Jacksons for not hooking it up. All right, scenarios. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? I need your help, y'all. My wife and I are having a disagreement that is about to become a big fight. She thinks I'm disgusting, unclean, disheveled. She is basically accusing me of being all-around bad human being, and the reason is simply, boy, this might get ready, y'all. The reason is because I wore the same pair of jeans, my favorite jeans, 4 days in a row, and she can't get over it. That's it, nothing else. I did make it worse. I told her that I typically would wear the same jeans 6 to 7 times before washing. She thinks 1 to 2 times is the maximum anyone can get away with it. She only noticed it this time because we were on vacation and she was paying attention, and it was 4 days in a row. And now she insists that I send them to the cleaners after no more than 2 wears. I said, that's ridiculous. What do I do here? What is the limit? Oh boy, this is always a good topic. I'm going to sit back. What is the limit on how many times you can wear jeans between washings? 888-973-5476 is the text line. Come on, Ursula. What you got?
Okay, first of all, can you describe the words that the partner used to describe him again?
Unclean, disheveled, nasty.
This is not just about your jeans.
It's deeper than that.
It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. No, I'm sorry. Because at the end, somewhere in that note, it's this person said, "That's all it is. That's all it is." Are you sure that's all it is?
Is there a reason you have to send your jeans out to the cleaners and your wife won't do it?
I have never heard of someone sending their jeans to the cleaners.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah?
Back in the day, and very few, Ursula, a lot of brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When used to take our jeans to get that heavy starch.
Okay, but that's different for different reasons.
We used to get that heavy starch.
Okay.
And I'm talking about when you put your leg in there. That's how it sounds when we pick it home. Now having heavy starch jeans is out of style now, right? But today,
Yes.
now I want to ask you, Ursula.
So Nikki says the jeans are the scapegoat goat for something bigger. She's exactly right.
Okay, so I want to ask you, Ursula. In your opinion, somebody put on some jeans.
Yeah.
How many wears do you think that they should get before getting them washed?
I would say a couple of times. A lot of times straight, like right now, I'm wearing jeans that are straight out of the dryer.
Yeah.
They're a little
Everybody knows exactly what you're talking about.
They're a little tight. I need to let them go. So I might get 2 or 3 wears out of them before I put them in the wash. They feel better and they look better when they're a little relaxed.
How about this, Ursula? I want to be fair with the amount of times a pair of jeans and how many wears you can get.
Yes.
If you are commando, you only get one time, bro.
Okay, yeah. If you're commando,
if you're commando, all bets are off.
Yes.
You get one time to wear those things. Same with some draws.
Commando in jeans is crazy.
That's
too.
crazy.
That's
uncomfortable.
That's a lot.
Okay, the other part, G is about to walk out the door about those jeans.
Why are you looking at me, bro?
Yeah. The other part is, how clean are you? Because there are some people who honestly, I think, either can't reach or just don't do a good job of cleaning afterward.
Ursula
can't reach.
What?
Because
oh my gosh.
Because have you ever sat on a seat where you're like, who the heck sat here before me? I don't mean to be gross, but it's the truth. And so there are people who have hygiene habits that are not great. And my question again would be, if I'm this person, I would say it goes beyond my jeans. It's not about how many washes or how many days. It's about how clean you are overall.
So minus being commando, regular jeans wear, would you say, how many times did you say, Ursula?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. I agree.
Yeah.
2 or 3. Agree.
Yep. Some people go a month. Some people go a year.
Chef, I want to get out of this segment.
Yeah, no. How about you, Chef? What's your name?
Chef, how many wears, fam?
I'm staying out of this.
Okay. Fair. You know what? Do that. Because I don't want you to be honest about this.
I'm on your side, Chef. I'm with you.
Ian, same with you. For some reason, y'all delicate. Hey, coming up next, we got more of the Gee and Ursula Show, and I got another hot take for you. Gee and Ursula.
AAA asked me if I would change my name from Sir Mix-a-Lot to Sir Mix-a-Lot. I said, why would I do that? They said, you're more than just a rapper. You're a car collector. You're a businessman. You're an inventor. Just like AAA is more than just towing. They have awesome travel advisors and insurance agents. And they got 3 A's in their name. Maybe I should change my name. Give me 3 A's. Mix, A, mix, A. When I say mix, give me 3 A's. Mix, A.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The Jake and Spike Show.
If you guys are not watching on YouTube, you're missing the sight. Luke Ducey joining us now in studio. People think he's a handsome fellow. Welcome to the show, Luke.
Thank you for saying that.
Well, I didn't say it. People in the audience say it.
Weekdays noon to 3 on KIRO News Radio.
Looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When I asked Scott Lucky if his last name had anything to do with his success in the trucking industry, he laughed and said, well, Mike, I guess you could say I've always been lucky. But when I asked him how he and his family grew Lucky Distribution Services into the company it is today, he didn't talk about luck at all. We work hard, he said. We keep a close eye on the bottom line, and we treat our people the right way. In other words, Scott Lucky makes his own luck, which is precisely why he switched to Pure Talk Business. Last month, I paid the big guys $740 for 12 lines, he told me. This month, I paid Pure Talk $420 for the exact same service. Thousands of businesses all over the country are saving real money by switching to America's most dependable 5G network, and luck has nothing to do with it. Just dial pound 250 and say micro. That's pound 250 micro to switch to a wireless company that works as hard as you do. Pure Talk. Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Gordillo.
Your best source for local news.
Newly released police video shows the arrest of a 17-year-old.
KIRO News Radio.
What's your holiday tradition? It's G. Scott here. For me, it's gathering with loved ones around a meal that brings joy. For many families, that tradition feels out of reach. Next time you shop at Safeway, please donate to Nourishing Neighbors. Your gift provides groceries to families across Washington, giving them access to nutritious food and the dignity to shop like the rest of us and choose what's meaningful for their holiday table. Visit nourishingneighbors.com and donate at your Safeway checkout. That's nourishingneighbors.com.
Paid political announcement.
More than half of short-term rentals across Washington are booked by Washingtonians. Families traveling for their children's tournaments and games. Firefighters fighting wildfires. Traveling nurses providing critical care. Every day, short-term rentals are helping make travel more affordable. Legislators in Olympia are considering increasing taxes on short-term rentals. But with the cost of everything going up, we can't take another price increase. Keep travel affordable for us. Paid for by Airbnb helps our State Thrive host pack.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. President Trump will be meeting with some top aides today on the situation with Venezuela and amid questions surrounding U.S. strikes on an alleged drug boat back in September. The Washington Post reported Defense Secretary Hegseth gave a verbal order to leave no survivors. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
With respect to the strikes in question on September 2nd, Secretary Hegseth authorized Admiral Bradley to conduct these kinetic strikes. Admiral Bradley worked well within his authority and the law, directing the engagement to ensure the boat was destroyed and the threat to the United States of America was eliminated.
West Virginia's governor gave an update today on the National Guardsman who survived last week's attack in Washington.
The family's going through a very difficult situation right now as Andrew fights to survive.
Nicole Skanga reports there are new questions about the suspect from Afghanistan who had been struggling with mental health issues.
Psychiatric trauma is really common among asylum seekers, especially veterans of U.S.-backed units like Lockenwall's. But this kind of concern from a caseworker should have triggered additional review, support, intervention, and possibly monitoring.
The caseworker wrote that he had often isolated himself and was struggling to hold a job. There have been more travel headaches today. The weather is a big reason why. A storm system is sweeping across the upper tier of the U.S. CBS's Asha Qureshi is at Chicago's O'Hare.
On-the-ground flyers tell us they showed up early, packed extra patience, and have been glued to their apps. The FlightAware Misery map, which ranks airports by cancellations and delays versus on-time departures, still shows red over major hubs, including here in Chicago. O'Hare still sits at number 1 on that list. And on the roads, Illinois State Police responded to hundreds of crashes.
There is a court hearing underway in New York for Luigi Mangione, charged with murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Anna Schechter reports Mangione's attorneys want some evidence excluded from the state trial.
That includes the backpack that he had on him when he was found in that McDonald's in Pennsylvania. Guess what wasn't
inside a notebook where he was writing about his animosity towards the healthcare and the insurance industry. Also, there was that ghost gun in that backpack. Also, his lawyers are saying that police immediately started questioning him, didn't read him his Miranda rights right away. So they're saying anything he said in those first 20 minutes, and they're basing that on the body cam video, that you don't hear them reading those Miranda rights. None of that should be admissible.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are lower. The Dow is off 221. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A manhunt is underway after a shooting in South Seattle. The story coming up at first. KIRO Newsradio traffic. In Seattle, a disabled vehicle is blocking a lane on I-5 southbound near Mercer Street. Just a little bit of a backup there because volumes are so low right now. I think a lot of you are taking an extra holiday day today. Travel times Everett to Seattle, 26 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle, 22. Rented to Bellevue, 16. And your lake bridges are wide open. Traffic brought to you by Closets by Design. Custom storage solutions for closets, garages, home offices, and more. ClosetsByDesign.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. An investigation is underway in Seattle's Chinatown International District where there has been a deadly shooting. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch is there and joins us live. James?
Heather, homicide investigators arrived on scene about an hour ago, and at the same time, street officers are looking for the suspect. Not much is known about exactly what happened here, other than that it started with an altercation inside the lounge, and the gunman left, then fired from outside the front door. SPD Detective Eric Munoz.
The motive is still unknown, but we do know he was involved with an altercation. Shortly after that, he pulled out a gun and started firing multiple rounds.
Now, the victim was shot once in the back and died during surgery. Live in the CID, James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
State troopers say a drunk driver is now facing a vehicular homicide charge. They say a woman injured in a crash Thanksgiving Day near Centralia has now died. The 95-year-old was a passenger in a minivan that was struck head-on by an impaired driver in a pickup truck on Highway 12. Seattle police have 4 teens in custody and are searching for 2 more after they say the group opened fire on officers from a stolen car during a chase. More from KIRO 7 TV's Jack Bilyeu.
The normally quiet neighborhoods surrounding SeaTac City Hall and Valley Ridge Park were lit red and blue for hours Saturday night.
Got shots fired. Security officers south 5 just south of Corson.
SPD says officers pit maneuvered the car and 6 people got out and ran. 4 of them were captured. 3 teenage girls and a teenage boy. Investigators reportedly found a gun on the boy and another in the car.
A family in the Whatcom County town of Deming fears they will soon lose their home of more than 40 years. Barry and Ruth Hutchinson tell KIRO 7 TV the direction of the Nooksack River has changed and is now wiping out the banks in front of their house.
It's so close to my shop now that I'm moving tools because I think that it's only inevitable that it's going to take it.
They're meeting with the county next week to see if there's any way to save that house. You couldn't ask for much more from the Seahawks defense against the Minnesota Vikings, which featured a beautiful interception by linebacker Ernest Jones.
It's intercepted, coming back to the near side, far side 50, down to the 40, being chased, 20, 10, it's Jones.
85 yards for a touchdown. The Seahawks trouncing the Vikings 26-0. The Hawks take on the Falcons in Atlanta Sunday. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Increasing showers with highs in the mid-40s. It's 42 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Mute your mic on, buddy.
No. I had a whole good little hot take, and I did that without my microphone on, Ian.
I was looking. I was trying to find it for you.
Thank you, brother. When people ask you, how was Thanksgiving? What is it that you usually, well, first of all, 99% of the time people say, oh, it was good. It was great. But when people ask you, how was Thanksgiving? How do you usually judge how Thanksgiving was? Because it's all different for people, right? Like whether you got to see someone or if the food was good or if your travels were simple. Well, how do you judge it?
The whole package. And my Thanksgiving was great, although it was different because our younger son is not in the country.
Yeah.
So we were missing somebody for sure. Well, we were missing a lot of people.
Right.
And for Thanksgiving, that's the tough part about holidays is you get kind of in my age bracket too. When you end up missing more and more people, no longer have parents around, that kind of thing. It changes. But when someone asks you, how was your Thanksgiving? Oftentimes I don't think that they really want to hear the great details.
They don't.
You know what I mean? Because
Really
I've been asked that at least 3 times today, and I realize, does anyone really want to know? Like when I ask, how was your Thanksgiving, I'm going to make sure that I ask a few follow-up questions.
Yeah, because you're nosy.
Well, because also, I don't want to just keep walking as if I really don't care.
True. And by the way, Ursula, you're a very curious person.
Yeah.
You like to follow up with questions, maybe too many questions. So, no, when you ask people how was your Thanksgiving, you really want to know. I really don't care. I'm just going through the motions.
So
hey, how was your Thanksgiving? Don't go too far other than, oh, it was great.
And since I know that, I won't go into great detail. It was good, G. How was yours?
And by the way,
I wanted to say something specific, for example, about yours because you posted and you shared that you saw your beautiful granddaughters.
I did.
So that was a great Thanksgiving.
That's not how I judge my Thanksgiving, though.
Okay, how do you? It's the food.
Based on the food.
And so your hot take is
specific
turkey's
food.
Not good.
No, it's just one food.
Yeah.
It's macaroni and cheese.
Oh.
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
So how was your macaroni and cheese this year?
It wasn't great. It was not good.
Sorry, Rob.
I asked Lillian the other day. I tried to give her a simple. I was at the game and I was working, and I hit Lillian up. I said, "Hey, I feel like we need a redo on macaroni and cheese." And she sent back, "LOL, wait for Christmas." I'm like, that's not what I wanted to hear. I need some macaroni and cheese now. I haven't had it.
Who made it?
Oh, no.
Clearly wasn't you.
It was store-bought.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, it was store-bought. I've had your mac and cheese, and it's amazing.
Hey, I tell you what,
Okay.
I just realized, I didn't realize that little lady of mine, that she can cook as well as she do. Now when I go other places, she gets down.
Yeah.
She gets down. But
Yes.
So, I need some macaroni and cheese. So my Thanksgiving was,
Okay.
I saw the grandkids, cool. Saw my daughter, cool.
Yeah.
Saw family, cool.
Yeah.
It's macaroni and cheese.
For you. I had the best Käsespätzle, which is German version of macaroni
Was
and
it
cheese.
good?
My sister, we agree, it was the best one she's ever made.
What?
Yeah, it had farm fresh eggs. I think that was a big thing.
Oh,
She
that makes
made
a
it, yeah,
difference.
so good. Very, very good.
All right.
Okay, well, let's get to it because we do have some things to talk about.
Top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
How would you describe Seattle casual? Like, what comes to mind when you hear the phrase Seattle casual?
Clearly.
I mean, how about this? Seattle is the most casual place in the country.
Well, the question right now is it getting out of hand? A Reddit post thanking Seattle for its relaxed dress code or utter lack thereof is blowing up right now with more than 600 comments. So if you describe it, you think of like a flannel shirt or basically very cozy, right?
Right.
Maybe you're in your, what are you wearing? You're wearing your boots. You're wearing your jeans that you haven't changed now in 3 weeks. Okay, so some of the little things that they're included in this post.
Yeah.
Funny comments. One of my favorite Seattle attire anecdotes was years ago. I went to the Symphony and I was in line to get a drink. And in line, we had people in jeans and ties, but also a guy in a tuxedo and a guy in PJs. And it didn't seem weird. Has it gone too far? Or is that just part of the charm of being from the Pacific Northwest and specifically the Seattle area?
Yeah, it's just the Seattle area. As a matter of fact, I went to a concert. I was at the football game. I went to the Detroit Lions football game, and then I went to a concert the next day, and you can clearly tell the difference in people getting dressed up to go to a concert in the Midwest compared to getting dressed and go to a concert here in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay, so give me an example. Like how different is it? Describe Midwest versus here.
I mean, I think here, I just think it's just the like everything is cool. Now, I'm not saying which one is better. I'd almost argue, I'd argue that it's better here in the Pacific Northwest because you don't have this expectation to have to dress up that much. You can just kind of relax, and you can just you can wear your jeans to the football game. You can wear your jeans to the wedding. You can wear your jeans to the funeral. You can wear your jeans anyway. Some people.
Don't you think that does go too far? I mean, I'm sorry. Jeans to a wedding, unless they say very casual attire, you're wearing jeans to a wedding?
I mean, some folks, they comfortable wearing the polo shirts everywhere. You feel me? Or they get the Tommy Bahama shirt. Oh, I shouldn't get that specific. I'm sorry.
Well, Tommy Bahama, that's
what? Luxury? What is that?
A little more. I mean, it's that's
a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm thinking of grunge. I'm thinking of the grunge style.
Ian, like the way you're dressed is like that's considered, right? That's right.
I got some khakis and a sweater on, but like also these are like flannel khakis. These are just my warm weather pants.
Lord. Oh wow.
So if
like
you're going to the
for
opera,
me it's a slob.
let's say.
If I'm going to the opera.
Are you wearing that?
No. I've got like a nicer shirt or something. But like I think I've lived on the East Coast for a while, and when I was there, like all of our going out stuff was everybody wore the exact same thing. You had like your dark blue jeans, you wore a flat brim hat, and you wore like a white t-shirt with a flannel over it. And you'd see like 50 white dudes all in the exact same uniform. Like at least if we're a little slobby here, like there's some form of self-expression where you're wearing kind of your own stuff versus everybody's wearing all the same clothes.
Uniform.
Oh, okay, wait a sec though. You're assuming that Seattle style is cheap. It's not. If you look at somebody walking down the street and you see they got like a Patagonia vest or a jacket, Arc'teryx, they've got like the $200 pair of yoga pants, like there are legit people walking around looking like they're about to go to the gym that are wearing $1,200 worth of clothes.
This is true. But again, like if you have to spend a fortune trying to dress down, why don't you just go to Goodwill?
I think Nazi in Port Orchard just said it best. Is this segment a passive aggressive hit on Chef?
Hey, I'll take it. You know what?
Mini intervention.
This is a good thing because unlike, say, New York, Chicago, the money here is relatively new, right? So we don't have these sectors of society where it's like, you aren't dressed well enough to be here. Those places just don't exist. And it's one of the reasons why I like this area is because it's accessible. There are a lot of other cities where you cannot walk into a restaurant or you cannot walk into a business environment if you don't have the right shoes, the right attire. And I like the fact that that doesn't exist here.
Well, isn't there a happy medium? Again, I'm going to try to find... I get it. You want it to be accessible, but aren't there certain places where you at least need to look like you put in a little effort?
Sure.
And that can be, I mentioned Goodwill. You can thrift a very nice attire. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, prices have gone up there too, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be straight out of REI to look grungy or like you've been hiking, because that is very expensive.
I'll say this. I know you have another topic to move on to. I think the dressing thing, how you dress, is a very deep topic. And it is deep in the way that some folks can just wear whatever and show up and still get the benefit of the doubt. And some folks have to spend more money so that they appear to if they belong.
Right.
Now, I am starting to realize here I am, the older that I get, the less flashy that I am getting with my clothes.
Yeah.
I'm really starting to be a little bit more minimal when it comes to wearing things and people say things like, well, look at Mark Zuckerberg, look at Bill Gates, look at the way they dress, because they don't have to prove anything.
Yeah.
They can wear T-shirts and jeans, and what you gonna say? They dress like a bum? No, you won't say that. You'll just say, oh, that's just how they dress. That's a CEO look.
I do want to say that as I've gotten older, same. I used to worry a lot more, but I've never, ever been someone who had to have designer this or designer that. I take great pride in finding things in the bargain bin. But in any case, I want to hear from you. Do you think Seattle casual is getting out of hand, or is it just right? 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. Okay, y'all know I am, more like years away instead of decades away from retirement. And when you think about the next chapter in your life, for some people, it becomes extremely problematic. And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about couples who retired together. The New York Times looked into this, and only 11% of couples actually retire at the same time. And when one spouse steps out of the workforce early, it can get very challenging. And for example, they profiled this one couple. The guy retired first. She kept working at Rutgers. They thought they were prepared. They downsized. They cut back on spending. They bought a used car. But going from 2 paychecks to 1 hit a lot harder than they expected. The woman said the toughest part wasn't the math on paper. It was how it felt living through such a big shift. And financial planners say this is very, very common. People carry assumptions into retirement that they really haven't plotted out. Same thing with other things post-retirement, like as in, I always say you want to make sure that everything is in detail and that your spouse or your partner knows your plans for or what you want, both in retirement and once you pass away, right?
Yeah.
Like, how does that look? What is that? What do you want? And the experts say that the couples who do best are the ones who talk early and talk often, not just about budgets, but also healthcare, long-term plans on what their new normal should look like when one person is retired and the other is not there yet.
Well, do you know the first thing we couples need to talk about?
What's that?
We need to talk about how bogus the Washington State, what is that? What is the one health plan that they have for that you get $36,000 here in the state? The long time, the stuff, the tax that we pay into. $36 ain't gonna get you a box of bonbons. $36,000 later on for adult care and long-term care. All I'm saying is you know what? This topic right here is so true. This is why on the weekends here on KIRO Radio. Now, I'm not trying to be free. You get so much game on the weekends right here on KIRO Radio.
On the financial shows that we air?
They don't even know I'm a big fan because because they are constantly talking about things that we don't talk about in our day-to-day life.
It's true. The other thing, too, is I already know that I'm probably going to retire before Mark is going to. He wants to
keep working,
even though he's a few years older than me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have an issue with him continuing to work and me being retired. I've already talked about it, and I've already told him, this is what I would want to do. And just for the record, it's not happening tomorrow. It's not happening a year from now, but down the road.
Yeah.
I've already talked to him about what I want, and it's fine if he wants to keep working, but I'm not going to keep going and going until I don't have time to do these things that I want to do in retirement.
So I've never been retired before, okay? But I just want to take a shot at this for a little bit because I think that you are talking about a topic that is real. And by the way, I know we got a lot of brothers and sisters that listen to the show that are retired. I think, Ursula, what happens is when someone leaves the workforce, they might, number one, they're leaving a lot of friends.
Yes.
Right?
They're leaving structure.
Right?
Yeah, changing a paycheck.
You're right. And so they're coming home. And if they don't have themselves together, they might be upset at spouse
going to structure every day, having, hey, I'll be home, I'm going to happy hour with the friends. And so that might be a point of contention. Forget the money. Maybe money's fine, but there's other things that I think might come into play. Again, those listening, if you guys know better than me, you let me know. I was just with some retired folks over the weekend, and you want to know what they do? He just leaves out and goes out to his woodshed every single morning.
I think the opposite would be the problem. Like, if Gabby retires before me, do you know how mad I'm going to be, like, waking up every morning, grinding into the office? Because, like, I saw this with my dad and my mom. My mom retired before my dad.
Yeah.
I saw him just drag himself home every day from the office. He worked for the city of Seattle for 30 years, and he was like, I'm done, but I gotta get my time. I would be so jealous. I would be so jealous if my spouse retired first.
But again, you have to have that conversation. What's that going to look like? You know, if you're lucky enough that you can do things like travel and you can travel solo, or, you know, when your partner has vacation time, that's great. But again, have that conversation.
Yeah. Well, here's my conversation. Okay, you retire first? Okay, cool. Hey, you need to go get you a part-time job to get us some full benefits for medical.
And that's a big reason a lot of people continue to
it
work.
It for sure is a reason why a lot of people continue to work.
Until you can get to Medicare. Yes.
Right. And we all know what's happening with Medicare right now. And then you don't want to get to, you know.
Theo says, Ursula, I can't wait till I hear you on the radio when you're 90 and frail and still talking about in the next few years you're going to think of retirement. That's not
because you can't depend on Medicaid, because Medicaid, you need to have everything gone before it. No, now we'll help you. You lost everything. Here's some Medicaid to help you out. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, you still have a house? Well, you can't get this Medicaid. Can we get that house? Mm-hmm. Okay, give me that. You can have the Medicaid.
Yeah, lots of hoops you have to go through.
Look, I don't usually promote our station like this, but seriously, this kind of conversation on the weekends, you get straight free game. You don't have to pay for it or nothing. Right here on KIRO Radio. All right, coming up next, Agree to Disagree. Gee and Ursula.
The Hawks get it done at home.
They do it in style with a 26-0 shellacking.
Improving to 9-3, staying with the small pack of teams atop the NFC.
It's intercepted, and this one goes to the house. Jones with a pick six.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
That was big for our defense. I feel like it's another level that we can reach. We're just worried about playing our style of ball, playing for each other.
And the station where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
This hour is brought to you by DUI Heroes. You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now the company's changed, or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300, 206-656-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
If you're looking for a great reason to get that new set of wheels for your car or truck, look no further than Wheel Week at Les Schwab Tires, where you can save 15% on select wheels from your favorite brands, including Raceline, Icon, Method, Vox, and Fuel. Whether you're upgrading or looking for the perfect gift, get a great deal on new wheels this holiday season. Stop by a store or book an appointment today. Les Schwab Tires. Get more from less. Limited time offer while supplies last. See leschwab.com/sale.
This season, gift yourself the chance to slow down and truly savor holiday wonders just a short journey from home. Victoria, BC glows with festive lights, charming traditions, and the space to reconnect with yourself, loved ones, and the joy of the season. Victoria is just a scenic ferry or seaplane ride from Seattle, making it the perfect getaway. This Christmas, step into a more relaxed rhythm. Plan your trip at tourismvictoria.com.
Cold is beginning, rocks are moving, and moon is creeping in, water seeping in. It's hard to be a homeowner, we know.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
Your local credit union, WSECU, believes in making a difference. That's why they're recognizing Washington's community champions, everyday people who strengthen the fabric of our communities. Steve Rabel here with WSECU board member Marcus Glasper, and it's time to announce our next community champion.
Our community champion this week is Sean Tibbetts. Sean is a Tacoma restaurant owner who sets aside time to cook meals for families in need, free of charge. This holiday season, he'll feed more than 500 people. Thank you, Sean, for keeping your neighbors nourished.
Life's expensive enough, isn't it? Groceries, gas, kids' activities. Sometimes your roof needs replacing, but your budget says not now. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We want to help with an offer to lift that weight off your shoulders. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. Or save up to $3,000 on a new roof today. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
Looking for high-quality assisted living that won't drain your life savings? At Care Partners Living, we offer compassionate care at a price that helps stretch and preserve your estate. No unnecessary luxury, just the support you need with dignity and heart. And if you ever need to convert to Medicaid, you don't have to move. With communities across Washington and Arizona, including new locations in Port Orchard, Sumner, Mercer Island, and North Creek Bothell, there's a Care Partners community near you. Care Partners Living, compassionate care and peace of mind. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
IRG Physical and Hand Therapy doesn't just treat injuries, they elevate athletes. From weekend warriors to elite competitors, IRG Sports Institute clinics are built for performance, blending top-tier physical therapy with advanced sports science and personalized training plans. Hey, Brock Hewitt here with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and owner of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Why? Why elevate athletes as well?
Because here at IRG, Brock, our motto is we want you to be your best self, your best physical self, your best mental self, and your best community self. At our new IRG Fremont Sports Institute, we're providing that type of care. We've got the latest equipment, the greatest techniques, the providers there that are excited to get you better, basically bigger, faster, stronger. Doesn't matter if you're a weekend warrior, a recreational athlete, an elite athlete, we will make you to be your best.
You'll work with specialists who understand the grind because they've been there. With access to cutting-edge equipment and recovery techniques, you won't just heal, you'll come back stronger. Visit irgpt.com, irgpt.com.
Olympic Hot Tub has terrific ways to achieve total wellness at home. Saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, all waiting for you. See our current specials with exciting savings at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. Homicide investigators are on the scene of a shooting in the Seattle Chinatown International District. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch is there and joins us live. James?
Heather, this shooting happened just before 8 this morning at a hookah lounge near Rainier Avenue South and South King Street. SPD says following an altercation, the suspect left, then fired back into the lounge from just outside the front door, striking the victim, a man in his 30s, once in the back. SPD Detective Eric Munoz asking for the public's help.
If anybody knows the identity of this individual, call the SPD Violent Crimes Tip Line, 206-233-5000. Anonymous tips are always accepted.
Live in the CID, James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
5 sources are telling KIRO News Radio that the Green River serial killer Gary Ridgway is receiving end-of-life care at the Washington State Penitentiary. In 2003, the 76-year-old pleaded guilty to murdering 49 women. Casey McNerthney with the King County Prosecutor's Office says they would charge Ridgway for more crimes if there was evidence.
In the last days, if there was information that came to us, it would be acted on right away.
The Department of Corrections says it cannot comment on Ridgway's medical condition due to privacy laws. There were red flags about the mental health of the Afghan national who's accused of shooting 2 National Guard members, killing one outside the White House last week. The FBI raided the Bellingham home where the suspect lives with his wife and 5 children. Neighbors tell KIRO 7 TV.
My son goes to school with them. They're nice kids.
There was constant people in and out all the time.
They just come and go, kept it quiet to themselves.
A community member warned the Department of Social and Health Services that the man was so depressed they worried he would harm himself. When his wife was out of town, the children were apparently so dirty and unfed that the school raised concerns. Winter storms in the Midwest are causing big delays across the country, and they're having a ripple effect at SeaTac Airport. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports.
It's a bad weather holiday rush combination. More than a dozen flights out of SeaTac delayed Monday morning, a trickle-down effect after winter storms delayed more than 600 flights across the country. This traveler tells KIRO 7 TV it's still the best way to get from Seattle to Montana.
Taking the plane is the way to go, and even if the traffic is bad, it's still better than a 13-hour drive.
The busiest times at SeaTac between 2 and 5 p.m. and 9 to 11 at night. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Expectations are high on this Cyber Monday, one of 5 key shopping days that kicked off Thanksgiving. Vivek Pandya with Adobe.
Really, we're anticipating a strong, what we call Cyber 5, which is period from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday.
Adobe's expecting online sales of $14.2 billion today. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 365 points, NASDAQ off 120. KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
All right, Heather, this report brought to us by the Victorian Christmas Festival. Let's start you up with our closure up at Deception Pass there in Skagit County. Both directions of State Route 20 remain closed at North Dewey Beach Drive for this ongoing investigation. We're a couple hours into this and still no estimated time to reopen. State Patrol just updated us about 15 minutes ago and said they still have no estimated time on this. Our only other issue right now is northbound 167 on the Valley Freeway. You're backed up through the Pacific Bridge work zone. It's got you in about a 2-mile backup. Plan on 10 to 15 minutes to clear this, or just hop over to that West Valley Highway and whiz right past this. Some drive times: Linwood to Seattle, a wide open 15-minute drive. Bellevue to Federal Way, 25 minutes. Olympia to Tacoma, a half hour. The Victorian Christmas Festival, presented by Puyallup Chocolates, December 4th through 7th at the Washington State Fair Event Center. Buy tickets at victorianchristmasfestival.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Increasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 42 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show. It is time for us to agree to disagree. Brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
I'm just going to jump in here because I've got a little issue going on with my computer, but I want to let you know we're about a month away from the state legislature beginning the next session. One item that is absolutely sure to come up again is whether to lower the BAC to 0.05. Representative Dan Griffey already wrote an op-ed for the Times in opposition to it. But I need to bring up another extremely dangerous behavior that is inextricably linked to this topic, and that is drowsy driving. So according to Slate this morning, they say nearly 6,000 deaths a year are caused by people who are literally too tired to react. And that's about half the number of alcohol-related deaths that happen on our roads each year. And most people do not even know that they are too drowsy to drive. So WSU sleep researchers tested people, and they found that in simulator tests, 3/4 of drivers who were objectively nodding off swore they felt completely fine. Those Wazoo researchers also said that going 17 to 19 hours without sleep, which is a relatively normal day for a lot of people, affects your driving like driving at 0.05 alcohol level, which means a drowsy driver in Washington state could be just as impaired as a driver who drinks and is guilty of committing a crime. Now, gee, there's no breathalyzer test, right, for drowsy driving. But we also don't have any messaging or campaigns for it. Like, at the bare minimum, if people are getting pulled over and they look like they're drowsy, should they have to take sobriety tests to determine whether they're safe to get back on the road?
No, because sobriety test, even if you're 100% sober and you're 22 years old, you can still fail a sobriety test. The same way our good friend Ursula failed a sobriety test out there.
No.
Did you fail the walk test?
Oh, that test. I was thinking of breathalyzer.
No,
okay, yeah.
Did you fail that walk
sobriety test?
And you don't even drink.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, it was late at night, so could an argument be made that I was tired? But no, what they were asking is even a person who was really fit, I was wearing heels. Mm-hmm. So I had to do that walk.
Yeah.
And you have to try to walk in a straight line on the side of a busy freeway. Well, it wasn't that busy at that time. But anyway, still trucks going by. And yes, I see exactly what you're saying. But to the point of what should happen in terms of drowsy drivers, it is a problem. And I think there could be a better education campaign surrounding it.
I think there needs to be. Now, to Chef's point in this topic, I'm just going to take myself for an example, okay? I'm not a great driver past 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. This is why I really one of the hardest things that I have to do is after I auctioneer, having to make that drive home. Mm-hmm. It is no. It is really hard.
Oh, I bet. Because you've just given it your all, it's late.
And it's late.
You're not used to staying up that late.
Yes. And so I'm saying to you, Ursula, and I'm admitting to everyone, I am not as good of a driver at night, especially after 8:30, 9 o'clock. Why? Because that's my bedtime.
Yeah.
I'm usually going to bed. So my body, and especially if I get in the car, and sometimes I might not have music, and you just zone out to any type of soothing noise, if the heater, the air, whatever's going. Yes, so I agree with this. I think the only way to test for this, you really can't. It's number one. But the best thing to do, like you said, Ursula, more education. We need to talk more about this.
Yes, because it is a very real problem. Now, would there be some way that you could tell, now with cars driving by themselves, et cetera, why doesn't Tesla or any of these other companies that are coming up with these newfangled cars have a way to show, hey, you're getting tired. You're not paying attention. Beep, 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 beep.
Well,
some of them do have that.
I need it.
The rental car we had. Now that I think about it, look, the rental car that we just had, Ursula, over Thanksgiving, that thing kept telling me, you need to pull over. You're tired. And it was broad daylight.
Did?
Because I kept,
See, I have an older car.
I was swerving a little bit. I was moving in a way it didn't and then Lily ain't gonna say, what's that noise? You know dang on well what that noise is. I keep swerving on accident. But I do think the cars will get better.
So what would get to you, though, so that you wouldn't drive tired the way you would never drive while drunk? Or even having any drinks. You're a stickler when it comes to
stickler for that.
So why do you get behind the wheel when you're tired?
Guilty.
I know. And I'm the same.
Guilty.
I mean, if you're
guilty,
let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm being
because
guilty.
A lot of people are sleep deprived. It's not even just in the middle of the night. There have been times in broad daylight I'm like, holy smokes, I'm tired. I probably shouldn't be driving.
It's also a point of pride for us, how little sleep we get. # no time for sleep. And also it would bring up issues of, hey, if your employer has you work an 18-hour shift and then you crash on the way home, are they legally liable because you were too tired to drive? Ooh. Just like being overserved at a bar. But I think we should pay more attention to this. And since they have eye tracking software, they should give that to police officers too. Because you might not be able to test whether somebody is tired, but you can test whether they're able to drive. And you don't necessarily have to give them a citation that's as stiff as a DUI, but take it seriously.
Nick just texted in and said, the AI-powered drive cameras in our garbage trucks will send video alerts to our bosses if we yawn too much or appear to have our eyes closed too much. Now that's something.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, Ursula? I tell you what you just did to me just a second ago. I've never had anybody ask me that. Why am I still? Because there's been times that I've gotten in the car after auctioneering, and if I don't get a hotel, right, I'll just sit there for a second because I'm really exhausted. The energy, right?
Have you ever pulled over into for example, a rest area, because I have, when I've been tired, and I'm like, I can't drive right now.
Well, back in it, not from auctioneering, but back in the day, yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
But you just said something that's a good point. Like, why do you continue? Like, you should not do that.
No.
You shouldn't get on the road if you're tired.
Well, part of it's logistics, right? Are you really taking an Uber from Tukwila back to Everett if you have an evening work event?
Yeah.
And you got to take one down there too?
Yeah. Good stuff.
But again, we're asking the wrong questions. If something were to happen, that Uber drive would have been worth it.
Yeah.
Warren in Tacoma. I started falling asleep on the regular while driving. I got a CPAP a few months ago, and it changed my life. The wake-up call came when I woke up after bouncing off a truck with 2 trailers carrying gasoline on I-5. Wow. Now,
David in the 206 says, my Mercedes tracks my eye movements and such and can tell when I'm tired, and it gives me a little coffee symbol and tells me to take a break.
Yeah, that's what the car we were in did. That they kept telling me to take a break during the day.
I love that.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Ursula's text messages, feedback, and then we'll have words to live by. Gee Ursula.
Paid political announcement.
More than half of short-term rentals across Washington are booked by Washingtonians. Families traveling for their children's tournaments and games. Firefighters fighting wildfires. Traveling nurses providing critical care. Every day, short-term rentals are helping make travel more affordable. Legislators in Olympia are considering increasing taxes on short-term rentals. But with the cost of everything going up, we can't take another price increase. Keep travel affordable for us. Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive host pack.
What's your holiday tradition? It's G. Scott here. For me, it's gathering with loved ones around a meal that brings joy. For many families, that tradition feels out of reach. Next time you shop at Safeway, please donate to Nourishing Neighbors. Your gift provides groceries to families across Washington, giving them access to nutritious food and the dignity to shop like the rest of us and choose what's meaningful for their holiday table. Visit nourishingneighbors.com and donate at your Safeway checkout. That's nourishingneighbors.com.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
What a good move I made. Let me tell you a quick story. I've done a whole bunch of races and a bunch of other stuff like that, and my left hip started bothering me about 5 years ago. And I go to the doctor, and he's like, you need a hip replacement. I was like, I'm 60. Yeah, we're going to ask you to wait a little while because we don't want you to wear the hip out. We want you and the hip to go into the grave at the same time. I said, what do you do about all this pain? Well, you could, aspirin, and you could continue to do this and that and, sleep with a pillow between your legs. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Then I was talking to Bob Stelton over there at the sports department. So he went to Dr. Mark Wagner, and I think he had his hip done as well. So I go in there. I said to Dr. Wagner, can you fix my hip? Takes a look at the MRI. Yes. So I got the stem cell procedure. I'm telling you something. This is the best. If you've been thinking about, surgery for your knee, your wrist, your shoulder, or hip, no. Check out Dr. Mark Wagner and go to drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
Are you looking at senior living options for you or a loved one? If so, you likely have many questions like, what can I afford? How long will my savings last? And if I run out of money, will I have to move out? If these questions are weighing on you, I'm here to talk you through different solutions. Hi, I'm Amanda from Care Partners Senior Living. At Care Partners, we're focused on offering high-quality, compassionate care at very affordable prices to help stretch and preserve your assets. And if you ever run out of funds and need to convert to Medicaid, you won't have to move. We have vibrant communities throughout Western Washington, Spokane, and Arizona offering independent, assisted living, and memory care. Our caregivers are some of the most loving and genuine people you'll ever meet. Stretch your assets, preserve your estate, and never worry about moving. That's peace of mind in the Care Partners Living difference. Learn more at carepartnersliving.com. Care Partners is excited to announce our newest communities in Port Orchard, Sumner, Snohomish, and North Creek Bothell. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
This is a test of your emergency alert system.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
The insurance world, it can be confusing, so have First Mark Insurance guide you through it by taking the free First Mark Challenge. They'll explore offerings from top carriers for better coverage and lower rates. They save the Hewitt family thousands. Go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
It's Gee and Ursula, everybody. Happy Monday to all of you. My news boss kind of went out on its own this time. It wasn't me, guys. It wasn't me. I'm really paying attention.
Monday.
Yeah, I'm really paying attention.
If you don't use it for long enough, it automatically logs you out.
Okay, well, I
that is
can
what
help you.
happened.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
No,
is
I'm
what's
good.
happening.
I'm ready to go, Ursula.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you got?
Let's start with, you started off the show saying that if you are eating your Thanksgiving leftovers today, you are judging.
Yeah.
To which Robin Puyallup says, Gee's worried about the real turkey trot on Monday. Ooh.
Chef Max says, Gee, in case you missed it, there was this invention called a freezer. Helps keep food safe longer.
Is college worth it? Alan Seattle says, university is an essential part of our society to function correctly, and it's way too expensive for what you get out of it.
That's good text. Has Seattle style gotten out of control? Ian agrees. Jeff in Linwood says, I went to a funeral a month or two ago. I wore a dress shirt and some pants with a tie and was the only one dressed up. Very awkward. Hey, Jeff in Linwood, that is such a Pacific Northwest thing that
Seriously. Nick says, everything in my wardrobe came from Costco. If that's wrong, I don't want to be right.
You and Sully.
And Charlie. Jeff in Long Branch says, it is out of hand and worse after work from home acceptance. We have people coming back to the office now with low expectations about appearance. Preach, Jeff.
206 says, Seattle native here, it has gone way too far. PJs and flannel shirts, no. I even dress up for high school performances as it makes the students feel like they're special. You can get great clothes, casual to dressy, at Goodwill or St. Vincent. The latter is way cheaper, by the way. Everyone should be fancy for Benaroya or other theaters and for themselves to feel special.
I just had to make an apology with a texter because I took something wrong and I told them my bad. Do you guys remember last week when the Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, when he came out and he talked about people wearing pajamas?
Oh, yeah, we talked about it.
And we talked about it. And I was mad. You guys remember?
Because you agreed.
No, Oh, did I tell you guys I agreed?
No.
We just know you.
You weren't working. Chef and I talked about it.
No. So, no, I didn't talk about it with you guys.
No.
So in my text group, I was going off and I said that this was racist by Sean Duffy to say these things because I felt like he was picking on people that's wearing pajamas and then the do-rags and the bonnets and stuff, right? So I was mad about it in my text group. So then I went to the airport, as you guys know, to go fly out. By the way, shout out to C-Tech. SCA is real nice these days.
Yeah, I know.
It's been really nice.
Yes.
Well done, Coop. Anyways, Ursula, after further review, I am 1,000% with Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy.
Because it's my delegation?
In fact, I think it was in our conversation that we mentioned that I think that you would agree with this.
Did y'all say that?
I actually agreed with Sean Duffy, too.
Hey, I agree with Sean Duffy.
It's gone way too far.
Because I'm going to tell y'all something. I saw way too many bonnets. If y'all know, you know. I saw way too many bonnets. I saw way too many pajamas. Stop. Hey, I'm Sean Duffy. Now stop wearing bonnets, pajamas, and
Dress a bonnet.
Dress the part.
Is this like Little House on the Prairie?
No, the bonnets.
Oh, Chef.
That's oh no.
You're telling on yourself.
Chef.
Okay, we'll continue. How about this conversation about retiring at separate times?
Okay.
T in Conway says, my husband is almost 64 and wants to retire at 65. I just turned 59 and I want to retire at 63. I work from home and the hardest part for me isn't going to be the financial aspect. It's going to be keeping him busy enough to not drive me nuts.
Hey, I want to ask for the ladies out there and your husband is retired. Do they kind of bother you more that they're retired now? Do you
versa?
It's usually sweeping statement. It's usually
I'm always trying to defend the guys.
All right, Ursula, it's time for your good old words to live by. What you got?
I love this because I love the word compassion and I love the act of compassion. Compassion is at the heart of every little thing we do. It is the dearest quality that we possess, yet all too often it can be cast aside with consequence too tragic to speak of. And just remember that a little compassion goes a long way.
Yeah. Take off them dang on pajamas when you flying. How about that for compassion?
The idea that you could be offended by what's on someone else's body.
Well,
it's just wild to me.
I'd be offended if they hadn't changed their jeans and had been going commando for a year.
Wow.
And then have to sit next to me.
We're about 2 seats away.
Now, I heard that some folks, Chef, have you ever heard of somebody putting their jeans in a freezer?
I have heard of that. Yeah.
Oh, Ian, you've heard of it?
Like Japanese denim?
Oh.
It's a thing.
Oh,
I guess it's good for the denim. It like keeps the fibers together or something.
Not my delegation, Chef.
I don't do that. I mean, I heard of like freezing people's jeans as a practical joke along with their keys.
All right. We got to get up out of here.
We're going to do this again tomorrow, right?
Do it again tomorrow. Let's go. Thanks, Ursula.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chef. Ian, you back tomorrow, bro?
I don't know. It's kind of on Nick. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
All right. Well, make sure you wash your dang on jeans, okay? How about that? Oh, shoot. How long we got, Ian?
10.
Okay. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
The Jake and Spike Show.
My mother was a horrible cook, by the way. I love her all the live long day.
Weekdays, noon to 3.
God love her, but she was a terrible cook.
What do you think about why couldn't she cook?
I don't know.
She just didn't love you enough?
I'll tell you why she couldn't cook.
Yeah.
She was a victim of her era. She was the modern mom. They had to work, right? Both parents worked.
Yeah.
Easy convenience, TV dinners, whatnots.
Where do I put the helper?
Yeah, I wish I was kidding.
Mama's secret
Mom,
ingredient?
I love you. And, I love her. I still love her. Just I talk to her every day.
Watch the Jake and Spike Show live on YouTube.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far.
And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
83, or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
83, or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
Draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
83, or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
83, or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and